Dr. Pepper Cherry. Dr. Pepper Cherry. Are you? Let's get this sorted out quickly. How's everyone doing? Gavin, thanks for the like. Evening. Evening. How you doing? Hope you're good. I'll get me chat sorted out in a minute. Look what I'm going to be drinking tonight. Whoa. Dr. Pepper Cherry. Oh yeah, boy. Got myself a couple of small bottles. Have some now actually while we're waiting for people to jump in. Oh, Terry, thanks for the like and share. Oh, thanks for the like. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all good. Evening. Yeah, doing all right. Never had it before. Oh, pepper cherry's lovely. What up? Not much, not much. Just get in there, get in there. Get in there, get in there. Right, I'm going to quickly switch out of here just to sort my other chats out, which I can't do till I'm live. 1 second, folks. I have to witness some funky dancing, right? Here you go, Terry, a private showing just for you. We're gonna have a chill and a little drive tonight. A chill ride out. I've been mega stressed all week, and I've got to realise that what'll be is what'll be kind of thing, and just chill, go with the flow. I should know better than to get me hopes up about shit. I'm terrible. Right, so that is that done. That is that done. My chat's not rolling there. JJ with the Vulcan. Here we go. Pretty emotional after seeing all the players on flight sim that flew with the Queen to RAF Norfolk from Edinburgh. Yeah, it would have been good, man. Yeah, that'd have been really, really cool. Still waiting for my topless portion of the stream. Oh, that's gonna be like Ravin after dark. That. Let's find a job, shall we? Get cruising. Turn the music down a little bit. Free markets. I posted pics and video of Discord and Microsoft chat. Oh, no, I'll check that out afterwards. I managed to jump on there for a little bit just to have a quick look at something, but then I had to come straight off and just get on. I've had a lot of people messaging me on the marketplace because I have listed absolutely loads of stuff in an effort to try and sell stuff to make some money, and I've had so many people messaging me and so many people letting me down after saying, oh, I'll buy it, I'll pay tonight, I'll pay in the morning, I'll pay tomorrow, pay first thing. And there's one person that said on Friday they were going to pay Friday evening, and it's literally been every day an excuse till now, and even to the point where they say, can you mark it as pending because I am going to have it, and all this kind of stuff, knowing full well that I've said I need it quickly because I'm wanting to buy a bike and stuff. And they're like, yeah, and yeah, there's several people now that let me down on like big stuff as well. It's not even the small stuff, so it's like big stuff where you're like, you shouldn't really be saying you're gonna buy it if you're not. Yeah, so, and another one tonight as well while I was setting up and stuff. I should have just told them to just like, I'm busy, I've got to get on. But I thought, if they were so adamant they were going to be doing it, and then all of a sudden was like, oh, you know what, I'll think about it. Take. Corey coming in with the like, JJ with the like, Terry with the like, Paul with the like. Thank you very, very much. it's annoying because they're like so adamant that they're going to do it, and I'm sitting there thinking, yes, that's like another chunk, and it's just not happening. I am gonna pick. We haven't been down there to burn. We're gonna go down there to burn. In it with the tractor. Hello, I need to sleep. Do you know what? I've not even sorted my pedals out. What the hell? I kept thinking that was my pedals, but it's not. It's my stream deck pedal. What the hell? What's out? I'm a truck without pedals right now. They're all good. They're all plugged in and everything. I just need to move them over into where I need to. There we go. Leave your phone on, so unplug when you come to bed. Oh yes. Wait, what did I do with that? Oh, I've left something. I've left something, folks. Hey, there we go. Sorted. Leave your phone on. So yeah, I'll sort that out. Top Kents. Sorry folks, sitting in there. I had to sort out. Right, pedals working. Truck working. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna look for a cabin mod with a light. It's a little bit. I don't know if there is a cabin light in here. I need to see if there's a cabin light. Make it a little bit lighter in here. I'm going to take it a little bit chill tonight, a little bit calmer. We're going to try not to crash as much. Alan, thank you for the like. Sort out my truck sounds. What if I picked a... Let me just sort out my job market here. Alright, okay. I've got to drive 160 miles to the job. Wonder where you went, slipped under the desk to fix the pedals there? Don't be cheeky. There's a little jiggery pokery under the desk. Oh, perhaps there's a new line of thing I could restream to like OnlyFans and just have like a foot cam on. There will be like 5 subscriptions. Evening, Craig. How you doing? Who are you poking under the desk? Oh, that'd be telling. Some kind of toe. Are you wanting the one from the camels? Foot cam, I'm out. You love it, Craig. Oh, what's he doing? Wow. That AI then was like, you are going to crash tonight. I'm literally stuck right now. The moose knuckles. What's that third leg? Alright, I can finally get free now. There we go. But where is he? What is he doing? Please tell me that's AI, because if that's someone actually like... Oh no, I'm not hosting a convoy just yet. I will be there in a minute. What the hell was that? Oh, my windows wiper going off. What the hell? That was a proper crash there, wasn't it? The old window wipers going on. That's the difference between what is it, a fender bender and a real crash. That's when the window wipers go off. That's when you know you've had a real accident. You know what? When I used to ride my GSX-R 600, it was so loud that when I revved it, it was kind of scary. And the amount of times I'd rev it, not even like meaning to really, just a little bit of over rev if I was pulling away or whatever, and I hadn't quite pulled the clutch. I was pulling the clutch out slowly, so it revved quite high or whatever. It was that loud that it used to make people's like squirt the water on their window wipers and stuff when they were like, because they were indicating at the same time, so they're like squirt water up the window screen and everything. Kieran, thanks for the like. Used to make people jump. Nice dono and stars total, they're creeping up. Yeah, I've been, every time I make a sale on the marketplace or on Facebook, like I sell an item, I've added to the dono goal and stuff. I've added to the... Oh my god, Liam.
Hashtag clip page.
Coming in with the 300 stars to start the stream off. Thank you very much. Liam, seriously. I need to boost, there we go. Right, I need to turn that up, that down. Let me know how the sounds are. Does the music need to go down or music need to go up? It needs to go down a little bit, I think. Them notifications so loud. Liam coming in with the like. Thank you very much. Didn't come in with the like first to warn me, did you? How you doing, man? Hope you're not working too hard, and thank you so much. Oh yeah, I've managed to get my chatbot working right now. It hasn't worked for a while, so I'm hoping the chatbot doesn't get me told off, because I was using Noxbot, which basically posts as my David Hicks file, but through the Ravin game, you know, through my personal profile into the stream. So it still shows as Ravin Gaming, but it's through my personal, if that makes sense. And yeah, that was getting done for spam left, right, and centre. So let's see if Facebook's own chatbot gets in trouble. I still can't post in Facebook groups. It's really screwed me, because all of the Lego I'm selling, that would have sold by now in Lego groups. It would have been snapped up. So I've got so many, I've got a few that are like unopened, and they're discontinued, they're rare, and I'm selling them for like cheaper than Bricklink prices. And Bricklink is like it is a place you can buy and sell on there, and they're kind of where everyone, like if you're into Lego, it's where everyone goes to get a price for something and to check its value based on what everyone's selling it for around the world. And I'm selling some of it way lower than the Bricklink prices, and mine's mint, a lot of them are mint condition, unopened, discontinued. That's one of the things I'm being messed around with right now on one of the Facebook things, which is bloody annoying. Oh, coming off here. Send me the links and can get them sent out. I've learnt my lesson not to like until I sense. Yeah, I'll have a word with you, Liam, if you want, because it's you won't be able to share my marketplace link, I don't think, because they want like certain information. Different groups like different things, like a piece of paper with your name on it and all sorts. They don't tend to like people selling on other people's behalf to try and help prevent against like fraud and people taking money and not sending the item, that sort of thing, and then claiming, well, they've taken the money from me, so I've no longer got the money. They're the ones it was really for sale for, so deal with them and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's two items which would have probably bumped up my dono thing by about 150 to 200 pounds, and I'm being let down on both right now, which is bloody annoying. Bloody annoying. Donna, thanks for the link. How you doing? Good to see you. Hello. Right, we're still 72 miles away from this job. I bet it disappears by the time I get there. Come through. Dale, thanks for the like. How you doing, man? Facebook is full of people like that. It's madness. Like I say, the one with the big Lego set, the woman asked for it on Friday, and still today not paid. But asked me to put it on pending. Definitely wants it, you know, and all this. And gonna pay next day. Gonna pay first thing. Just totally ignored one of them and just went on to the next message I'd sent. Pick up the Ravin Gamin Squadron. Pick up. Pick up all the squadron. I am going to be streaming the Duxford Air Show Saturday. Oh, fuck me. Kieran coming in with the stars. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to be restreaming the Saturday show of Duxford because there was a lot that happened that didn't on Sunday, including lots of Spitfires, the Lancaster, all sorts of stuff. So I will stream that during the early morning daytime of sometime this week or next week, and then people can watch it back at their leisure. So if you're a supporter, it'll be in the Ravin Gaming Squadron for you to watch back. Hashtag not me. That was Kieran. Thank you very much, Kieran. Got Liam and Kieran in the top Kents. That should refresh. I think it refreshes every 60 seconds or so. So we are desperately trying to get to this job. Still got 40 miles. Come on. I saw the video of the fly past by all the Spitfires and Hurricanes. It was awesome. Yes, it definitely was. And that's why I want to watch the Saturday show back myself. Jesus Christ. Donna with the followage, 644 days. That's crazy. So close to 2 years. Be interesting to see what JJ's on. I know it reset, didn't it? So you have to add like 50, 60 days onto his total. It reset during that bug. Ryan coming in with a like. How you doing? Good to see you. Bus driver, exclamation supported. Followage. It doesn't work on Twitch, I'm afraid. But thank you so much for watching on there. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it reset, man. Dale with the followage. 816 days. Let's see him with the clip. Paul had a followage as well, but it's gone off my screen. Can you redo the followage there, Paul? I couldn't see that. They did a flyby on the Sunday. I joined just as Spitfire, and Spitfire was landing. Yeah, but there was absolutely loads more on the Saturday, I think, Craig, so we're going to check it out. Does anyone know if the Queen's flight today had a typhoon escort? I had lots of different rumours. I don't know. That was a funny day when it reset itself. There were so many people it reset for. Let's try and catch... Oh, the chat's just going so quick. Subscribe for 22 months, Mr. Gibb. Followage 466 days. Cheers for that, Liam. So thank you for that, Paul's been for 466 days. Mr. Gibb, 801. Damn. Ryan coming in with the followage. 486. Thank you. Really do appreciate everyone's followers and support, man. It's crazy, absolutely crazy when I think about it. I've say it time and time again. I still remember the days of I had 100. It was about 105 followers, and that was all friend list, pretty much all friend list. Day 1, day 2, day 3 kind of thing, all friends list. And I was sitting there, got to like 150 of just some like random people I had in groups and stuff. And I was just sitting there thinking I had like 2 or 3 viewers, which was my friends. And which is the whole reason why I started streaming, because my PlayStation chat rooms people used to be chatting and like viewing content and stuff on there, because I used to live stream through the PlayStation. They could watch in the chat room, and it got to like 8 people limit, so they were like, oh, why don't you chuck on a live stream, we'll watch it there. I was like, alright, especially when I was doing anything PC related. So yeah, it started from there really and just progressed. It was crazy. Remember the days of 2,000 followers, yeah. That's mad back then. In fact, all the pics I've seen as it flew over Northampton had no escorts. Footage from Dale, 8 months. Thank you very much. Right, is this job still here? No, but that one's there. Gonna take that one. Let's host the convoy. Host. Is that what we've got, Liam? Get the old Dr. Pepper cherry. You are now in a convoy session. Well, thank you very much. If anyone wants to join, the convoy is open. I wonder what the password is as well. Gamin with the followage, 578 days. Ah, incredible, man. Yeah, I've got some things to pack, so I'll start getting all them done tomorrow. I'll have a little dig through the box as well, see what I can find. I'm actually thinking of putting my life-size Thanos, my life-size Thanos bust up for sale. It's still raw print and in parts, so it will need gluing together, filling and sanding and smoothing, that kind of thing, and then painting. But you know, a lot of people love doing that, so I'm thinking of putting that up for sale. I just don't know how much. It's a huge print, absolutely huge. It's in 11. It's in 12 pieces, plus the little bits to put it together. So it's a bit of a beast. I don't know what to put that up for. And it's my own model as well, so no one in the world has got it apart from me. Unless, well, there's obviously one similar, because obviously it's Thanos, but that particular exact... Oh, fucking hell. Don't know. Coming in with the 300 stars.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, my word. Cheers, mate, you're a star. That's really appreciated, it really is. Anyone and everyone that has contributed or brought something, it's really appreciated. Thank you very much. We are on our way, 408 miles with this huge crane, mobile crane. Oh, I'm selling a mobile crane Lego set. It looks exactly, well, pretty much almost exactly like that. The kids will love them. Good to hear. Do they like Marvel and DC? Just so I know that, like, what I'm sending, are we alright? Yeah, good, good, good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh no, I'm like right down. Oh, I'm not... Oh. Sick, man. That wasn't even a sharp corner, look at it. Come on. Yeah. Right in front of the police. I crashed right in front of the police. Seriously? Get a screenshot actually. It's gonna be bad. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go. The control F9 now, isn't it, Jane? I was going to crash there. Oh my word.
Off the bed, enjoy.
Dale coming in with the 300 star. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
From JJ.
Donna coming in with the fire. JJ and Donna coming in with the 500 as well. That's a bam. Thank you very much. Aaron, thank you very much for the like. Man Gaming, thanks for the double. Donna and JJ, thank you very much. Craig with the Star Party sticker. Ooh, Star Party. Kieran, thank you for the Star Bomb sticker there. And Craig, thanks for the Star Bomb. Excuse me, sir. Can you step out of your lower your hands up and walk slowly towards the front of the police car? It'd definitely be a sobriety, like a alcohol test on that one, I reckon. Donna with the Star Bomb. Thank you very, very much. Really, really appreciate it. We're leaving the collision zone. Super slow, this. Proper heavy. Don't need petrol. Need that, don't need that. Right, going to head off now. Catch up with you tomorrow. See you later, Gavin. Take care of yourself. Should we smash Star Party? 550 each. Oh, bless this. Craig with the top Kents. Definitely top Kents. Definitely top Kents. You are over the speed. You are over the limit of star consumption. No limit on that. Definitely no limits on that. Have you seen them streamers when like people drop like millions? It's like, how can someone do that? Absolutely mental. I wonder what the biggest star dono, like star send, is. I've seen someone drop over 1 million in a stream before, not with my own eyes, but seen like on YouTube or like a video. Alright, 361. Ooh. Mr. Gibb coming in with 50 stars. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much.
I actually had someone inbox me yesterday apologising that they sent stars and not a dono. And I was like, never apologise, you know. I appreciate absolutely everything. Like, everyone's more than generous, and there was, because obviously he was saying, oh, if he'd have known about the difference between donos and stars, he would have sent dono instead. And I was like, seriously, never apologise. Even for sending, like, I've had people say, oh, I've only sent you 20 stars. But don't apologise. Like, thank you very much. So it is from the bottom of my heart, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. Please never ever feel the need to apologise in any way, shape or form for anything. Ever. Really appreciate it. See if we can get a little bit quicker and sick. Big heavy old. Look at this. Wonder how heavy it is. Oh look. 36 tons. Get this over here. Oh, wow. Check that. Check that. Down into fourth. Nobody saw that. I saved it. Kind of sucked me into the central rail, and then I couldn't move, and then it pinged me out. Saved it. Saved it. Mr. Gibb coming in with the 30 stars. Thank you very much, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely saved it, man. Gonna slow down a little bit here. Got an incident there. Oh, loaded something there. Missed the give with the click this time. No, but we saved it. All good. All good. Right, coming up to 300 miles on this big beast. Where is it actually going? Geneva. Hellfire. Wow.
I'm off to bed. Have a good night all.
Donna, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Coming in with 300 stars. I don't even know what to do with it now. Jesus.
Well, thank you very much.
Donna, thank you very much. Oh, wow. Don't know if my heart can take much more of that. Still not recovered from the other night. I think I'm going to have nightmares. I think I'm going to have nightmares. I reckon so. Faye got me with one the other night. Oh my lord! No indication there. You failed your test. He didn't even check his blind spot. Didn't even do a life save. Whoa! Didn't even do a life save either. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Very right. Bit naughty. Boom, boom. Yeah. Pedal to the metal. See if we can go through this one. Let's hope there's no barrier. Ah, beautiful. That's what we like to see. That is it. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Kira coming in. The £5 dono, thank you.
Donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't we get this is money.
Oh my god, thank you so much. I'm gonna have to go through and sort all my alerts out and stuff. They keep going over all the little things I've got everywhere now. I have to sort them out. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you so much, man. I took that car out. What the hell was it? I took that car right out. I was looking up at the screen for the see who the dono was from. Thing is, I knew that car was there as well, and I was slowing down. What are you guys doing to me? Honestly, thank you very, very much. So yeah, Kieran coming in with the £5 dono, much appreciated, man. Thank you very much. The beautiful thing about a beautiful thing about donos, they go straight into PayPal, and it's like 50p or a pound charge. Whereas stars, you have to wait 45 days, and it's in dollars. So, like I say, if someone sends, like the stars sent today, I won't see until October the 25th, I think. I think it's something like October the 25th. But I've actually spoke to my parents, and what I'm going to do is when I need to sort this bike out, which is it's getting very close now. It's like a couple of days. They've said that they'll see what what's in there as a total, and then they'll lend that to me if need be, if I need to. Fingers crossed I don't need to, but if I need to, they can, which is awesome. That everything helps, it's really appreciated. But yeah, I spoke to the owner of it as well, and I've got to chat to him again tomorrow. But the reason why I sent his bike, he's getting another one. He's got another one. His missus is moaning, but the other one is stored at his old work for the minute, and he's changing jobs, which is why he's now going to have to come home. So, because he's been riding both. This one that he's selling, he kind of commutes on, and the other one, he was kind of just for a bit of leisure, but now he's they've got a car, so he doesn't need a commuting bike, he just wants his leisure bike. It's fair enough. But now his bike's got to come back from work. He needs the space, hence the sale. He doesn't want to leave it outside in the rain, he's not going to use it, so he's going to see when he can keep it his work till. If, and it's a big if, they allow him to store it there. If I take ID and we do receipts and we do all sorts, then I can pay, as long as I can pay a big deposit, like basically most of the bike. He may be up for me then paying like a couple of hundred leading up to when it needs to go from his work, which will be in a couple of weeks. So he needs to contact his work tomorrow. Fingers crossed. I'm trying all options. Trying all the options. Gonna be awesome. I kind of want to tell you some of the stuff I've got planned as well, but at the same time, I kind of can't. Mr. Gibb, if you're still watching, how do I say it? I suppose I could say back to their old tricks, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here, yeah. But you'll know the score. I was just saying that I'd love to be able to say what I've got planned, but I'm not going to just yet. And then I was like, someone's up to their old tricks again. Which I'm sure you would more than understand. Nice little general drive. Alright, I get you. Yeah. Wink wink, nudge nudge, cuff cuff. I've already spoke to Faye as well, and he likes a couple of the ideas she really likes, and she's interested in being involved as well. So that'd be cool. Be really cool. That's the thing. Once I'm on the road, there's absolutely no limit to where I can go, apart from obviously if I can get there by boat even. So even Europe and everywhere is accessible. If I really wanted to, I could go abroad. So big plans, big plans. be nice when someone emails and goes, oh, really interested, like really enjoy what you do, and we're interested in having a chat and doing this, that and the other, you know, do you want to come down and do this, that and the other? And I'll be like, I'll be able to say yeah. It won't be all like, oh, don't know, because of travel, trains. It'll be just a straight yep. Squire's Bike is cafe near me. Is it really? Oh, that'd be awesome, man. It's all that kind of stuff, bikers stuff. I love car stuff, but obviously you just go on the bike still. Doesn't matter. Planes, cars, bikes, all sorts of stuff. It's going to open the doors to me being able to do all sorts and live stream from there as well. You know, and as things progress, upgrade camera equipment and upgrade streaming, being able to stream in a mobile sense. Who knows, I may even get to the point where I can have a satellite uplink and I can stream via satellite. It's a case of how well the stream does, how well the stream grows, and then the more I can do for everyone. Trains, planes and automobiles. Yeah, it'd be awesome, man. Gaming conventions, go back to my Comic-Cons. You'll be able to if I go to Comic-Cons and gaming stuff, I'll be getting my stands back and all sorts, so I'll be able to live stream behind the scenes in the green rooms with celebrities and stuff that you wouldn't normally get access to. I'll be able to do all of that. I also have some ideas in mind with regards to me having stands at places as well, which I won't divulge right now, but basically it's going to be some potentially awesome experiences for supporters, let's put it that way. Or at least a chance. If you're a supporter, you'll have a chance of being involved in certain things. So I'm going to do it like that, I think. Even if it means I have to pick you up on the bike. So if you say, oh, I can't get there because of travel, I'll be like, you can, because I'll be there and I'll be there. I'll come pick you up. Just hug me tightly. Hug me tightly. I'm like, ooh, a bit snug. This is why I want the 1200. So if there's like 2 men on it, it's not going to be an issue. I used to go with my mate. He was on his bike and I'd turn up in a car, which was like mobile mechanic for him. Always fun walking around, loads of bikes and chatting. Yeah, man. I'll definitely be up for that. You know what? I've often found that at car events. No, where was at bike events? It wouldn't matter if you turned up in a car or a bike. When I've turned up to a car event on a bike, I've actually been walking around in leathers. I've actually been quite snubbed, or kind of like almost felt like I'm being looked down upon because I'm on a bike and not a car, and supposedly not like a car enthusiast. You know, I'm not. As much as I love motorsports and motor vehicles and vehicles in general and that sort of thing, I'm not like a die-hard nut and know every single model, all sorts of information, but I just love cars, planes and bikes, you know, to look at. I tend to go for style, looks and custom stuff that people do that make things unique, as opposed to like, oh, that's another off the factory line, I don't know, Honda Civic or something, you know what I mean? I like to go, I like look at something and go, wow, look what they've done to that. And that can be on a plane. Obviously more difficult on a plane, it's a little bit more expensive, but yeah, usually cars and bikes. That'd be awesome. Surprise bikers have priority over cars if car park's full. Cars need to park over the road in a field. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I wouldn't mind that as a car owner. Fair enough. And it's a bike. Bikes have priority. Fair enough. But I don't think it's not something that they're looking down upon. Especially if the ground's not too great and bike stands will sink in the mud and, you know, ground and all that. That was like when we went to Brands Hatch, and I actually went on my bike to Brands Hatch to watch the racing once. And they were parking all the cars on tarmac and all the bikes on the fields, and it had been pouring down the night before, to the point where we thought it'd be cancelled, but it wasn't. And they were getting all the bikes to park on the bloody grass. So I had to, in the end, I got a can of drink, drank it, and then crushed the can of drink and turned it upside down and used the cup from that as a stand for my bike. Stop it sinking in the mud. The amount of bikes we came back to that were like on their side. Really bad. They usually supply you with their own little cup things. I must remember, that's one thing I must buy when I get a bike. It's handy to have them. Keep them in the little boot at the back. Doo-doo-doo. 3D print one. I would, but it wouldn't work. That would crack like mad, that would, with the weight. 3D printing's really not good for anything stress involved. For a lot of movement, a lot of weight, and a lot of stress, they're not very, you have to be very careful. In an ideal world, it would be good. I suppose I could 3D print one, mould it, and then cast it in maybe some form of like rubber or resin. But then the price of them, they're like £1 on eBay or something. To buy like 10 for £1 for like dinner. You do sometimes have to think like, just because I can 3D print something, should I 3D print something? You do get to that point after a while. You think, well, I can buy it on eBay for a couple of quid, what's the point? Yeah. I actually did actually do some work on a 3D model this morning. One of the first ones I want to print with my resin printers when they're back up and running. And it will be a free giveaway as well. I was working on one of my main things I'm doing to do giveaways with. Refining it and adding some detail. It's pretty much finished now and split up and keyed as well, so I can print it in parts and then glue it all together. Yeah, but personalised if you did your own design. Yeah, could do. Could do. Make my own. I'm tempted to do actually some helmet stuff as well. Or like bike add-on bits. Stuff, because with the 3D print, as much as it's obviously not nice, in the event of an accident or something happens, it would just smash and deteriorate. Some people stick things on their helmet that are so solid that if they hit the ground, it will change the way their helmet works. That's what happened to Michael Schumacher, isn't it? They reckon because he had that GoPro attachment which didn't come off his helmet, it stopped his helmet rolling and being as effective as it should have been. People don't realise that, you know, your helmet's supposed to spin and bounce and react in certain ways, and if there's something stopping that doing, you know, stopping it doing its work properly, it's dangerous, so I do need to be careful. Wow, have you heard about Centre Parks? They're closing for the day on Monday for the funeral. Anyone staying there has to leave for a day and find somewhere else to go. I did read about that. I think it's bad, to be honest. I think it's really bad. As much as, like, you know, think people honouring things for the Queen, but no one else can really just have a day off for the hell of it. I'm not quite sure. It's a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird one, that, isn't it? I'm gonna overtake this. Yeah, I goes to overtaking a cunt. I can't have a wedding. Well, aren't they going to postpone it, Craig? In honour of the Queen? You'll get there and then there will be no one there, Craig. Everyone will be down London. Like, where is everyone? Did you know it's the Queen's funeral? Well, Craig, give it the times. Don't know if that's a good memorable thing or not, innit? When did you get married? Well, I got married the year the Queen died and had a funeral. Certainly won't forget it, will you? Nope. Whoops, we can't fit them in again. Fair enough, fair enough. But I don't know, would that be... it would certainly be a memorable thing, but I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, really. It's kind of neither, really. I know loads of people getting emotional about things and stuff. I'm really not sure how to think or feel about the whole situation, really. I think if I was to be too emotional about it or too bothered about it, I'd be a bit hypocritical, because I've never really thought or bothered about the Royals, to be fair. So for me to be bothered about them now would be a bit... I don't want to be disrespectful. At the end of the day, you know, someone's passed, and at the end of the day, it's someone's mum, nan, you know, and all that. I wouldn't go as to say, you know, I'm going to stop my day for it, kind of thing. I may, if I'm working at my PC or doing something, I may put it on another screen or something, but I don't know. Each to their own, of course. I can see it having a strange atmosphere. Yeah, you've got to think, right? Like, I can't say my generation, because I've never really understood. Well, to be fair, I got like told off in my when was it? I can't remember what class it was. It was a class where they were on about generations and things, and I said, they were like, well, how long's a generation, kind of like how many years is a generation, kind of thing. And I remember saying, without even thinking about it, to be fair, I wasn't really paying that much attention. I kind of said, well, new generations are born every day. Now the teacher proper like went into one, and in my mind I'm thinking, well, a generation of people, like, yeah, obviously a generation of people is a set amount of years, I guess, but obviously it's when the next people have kids and stuff. But in my mind I was thinking like, well, an older woman could have a baby one day, and then another woman's having one, you know, an older woman's having another one, that's another generation for that family. In my mind I kind of knew what I meant. Obviously it wasn't the right answer. And oh shit, I've left that behind. And yeah, like our generation, we've had a hell of a lot happen, haven't we? When you think about it, you know, I remember being on my paper round when Diana died, and I was delivering the papers. We had to stop delivering the paper because there was another print coming through. So I think it was like the Mirror at the time, or the Daily Mirror, maybe. It might have even been the Sun. It might have been both of them. They were having to do reprints because obviously she died early hours in the morning. So we did like half my paper round, and the paper shop geezer caught up with us and said, no, come back to the shop, like we got reprints to deliver. I don't even know where I'm turning around to park here. Where's the spot? I can't even see where the spot is. Did I not accept it? Yeah, I've got a red flag there. Must have cancelled it. Too busy talking. But yeah, I remember delivering the papers when Princess Diana died. You know, we've had things like the Ebola thing. We had COVID and Twin Towers. We've had all sorts of happening, haven't we? Been a bit nuts. You know, all the Osama stuff, and I was a kid, but I kind of remember some of the IRA stuff that used to go on. late 80s into the early 90s. I think there was some bombings and things, so it's been I think if you're like 35 onwards or 30 onwards, you've been involved in a lot, or been witness to a lot of stuff. Ripper Gaming. Dude, how you doing? Do you know what? You've come in here and I've changed scenes on my OBS, right? I had something. Oh shit. I had something for you. Have I got it in here? Please tell me I've got it here. Please tell me. Shit, what would it be? What would it be? I had something here for you, man. It would have been immediate. Oh man, where is it? This is gonna hound me now. I had it for you. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. David, please borrow your cockpit for me, man. I'm bored of the A320 cockpit. How you doing, man? How you doing, Rip? Berlin Wall? Yes, Craig. In Berlin Wall. I had something for you and I can't find it. Warrior. I might even have to switch for a second. I might even have to switch. Is it there? No, it's not. Where did it go? Oh, this is annoying now. I've got to find it because it's hilarious. 1 second. Definitely got it. It would have been in there? Oh no, Ripper, I can't find it. Oh man, no. I had it for you as well. Haha, no way. You know what? I can't find it. Oh, that's annoying. I'll have to sort it another day. I had it, and it's gone. It's okay, buddy. Eventually turn out itself. Ah, I can't believe that. I had it purposely as well. It's not where it should be, and I don't know why. Crap. Ah, how you been doing anyway, man? Hope you're good. Keeks! How you doing, Keeks? Hope you're good. Alright, let's get this parked. Barely see anything with that rain. Been looking out the other window really. This is all messed up. Ah, it's gone green. Wow. Just come off for ETS. Have you ready? Oh, awesome, man. We're in, just about. I'm good, buddy. Just got back from a freaking 13-hour flight. Jeez, my legs. Oh, wow. That's a crazy flight. It's that scene from like Austin Powers with the slow run over handbrake. You're right, Vicky. How you doing? Thanks for the like, Ripper. Thanks for the like. Sorry, I was just desperately trying to find something there. Look at the proper freight market. See what else there is. How about you, mate? How's stuff? Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. I'm, you know, obviously desperately trying to sort things and getting a bit disheartened with the way some people have let me down, but such is life with the poo-poo faces. Right, let's see if we can go somewhere we've not been. I've not been down there. Have a little trundle. I've actually not been to there, actually. We've not been to Clermont, so we're going to jump to Clermont. We're going to go to Clermont. Go and pick it up 85 miles away. I don't know what it is with picking up jobs so far away lately. Dude, I don't have the steering for my truck sim and I tried it in TCA. Freaking hilarious and stupid at the same time. Basically, I died setting it up. You can use joypads if you've got a controller or a joypad, like even a PS4 controller or I don't know about PS5. You should be able to. PS4 you can. If you need PS4, download a free tool called DS4. It works pretty good. It's not the like be all and end all, but it works really good. It's a little bit easier. You can always use keyboard. But yeah, it's much better with a steering wheel, man. I'm actually selling my Farm Sim steering wheel tomorrow. I'm not selling the control panel though, it will just be the steering wheel and pedals. As much as I do like it, if I really want to use steering wheel, I can use my G29. So, imagine I was changing the gears with the TCA throttle. That'd be pretty cool, actually. That'd be quite funny. Ravin, can I put you a message about the ender later? You can indeed. You can indeed. Yeah, it's a shame to sell the little ender. It's done me proud. I was using it for all like fine detail stuff, or finer detail stuff and smaller items, because obviously I've got the big ones like 300 by 300, 400 by 400. I've got an S5 which is 500 by 500 by 500 mil. I can print the dome of R2-D2 in one print, which I've actually done several times. It's awesome, the big one. It was so stupid, bro, I couldn't bear it. Oh man, that would have been awesome to see. Yeah, it's the only thing is it has been sat for like a year not doing anything, so if anyone buys it, then strip it down, give it a good clean, probably a new, for the sake of a quid, a new nozzle. Also with the enders, have you ever done the fix on yours, Craig, where you do the little ring and it creates a bridge between the Bowden tube and the nozzle? If you've not needed to, then cool, don't touch it. But sometimes I noticed on some of the enders, because I used to have 3, I actually sold 2 last year, and one of them needed that little mod just to help it a little bit. Which is just basically a case of printing a 3D ring for it. It's nothing really. You can buy them on eBay for like 20p as well, I think. If I buy a steering wheel set, I'll be homeless in less than 5 minutes by the missus. Oh really? Oh, no way. I'm selling the Logitech gear stick as well. I'm literally having a mass clear out. I'm trying to do all I can and just clearing out everything. And even after I've got the bike, I think I may just carry on. I've got so many collectibles and things in the loft that are just sitting there, and I know they're going to be worth money in the future, but I need the money now. So no, I just brought a unicorn tube and cut it perfectly level. Ah, nice. Yeah, the unicorn tubes are nice. I like it when people buy the cheap unicorn tube, which is not really the unicorn tube, it's just a knockoff. It's too tight and the filament keeps getting stuck. Damn, bro. You got to tell the secret of a man cave. You just tell him what's up, what, innit? Be the man, Ripper. Come on. Be the man. Be like that. Be like, or what? Or what? What are you gonna do? And then just throw her on the bed and let's just show her his bust. I got the proper one and the metal extruder. Ah, yeah, the metal extruder helps massively. Do you know what? I've got the turbo on all my other machines, and I was actually going to do it to this ender, but I haven't got round to it. I've got the tornado nozzle, you know, where, and the I forgot what it's called. It's the thicker block that goes with the tornado. I'm sure it's called a tornado. It's been like 2 years since I ordered them all, but it's like really long, like the nozzle tube that comes out of the nozzle. It's really long. It's heating the filament for ages, and I was using a much bigger diameter hole, so instead of having to do 2 passes at 0.4, I'd just do 1 pass for a complete wall. It cut my print in half time-wise, and I was still doing super, like, really detailed prints. Like, if you look through my pictures and the Iron Man figure and all that kind of stuff, that was all done with a 0.8. I have an Ender 3 version 2, and that does what I need, considering all options. The best bit I have is the textured glass bed. Ooh. Now you've gone with some proper upgrades then. I've always considered getting the decent decent heater for the S5. It takes a while to heat up, but what I do is a lot of people just leave theirs and then they go, oh, it times out and doesn't heat up, and I get an error, and then you have to restart, like turn it off, turn it back on, and it will just keep heating for a while. But all I do is just get some of the you know, the reflective kind of really cheap insulation, you know, that bubble wrap with the foil. Get the one that's got the foil both sides. Be very careful though, because obviously it would be technically an electrical conductor, so you do have to be careful. But what I used to do is get bubble wrap, put bubble wrap over the bed, and then put a layer of the heat stuff over the top, and with the bubble wrap hanging down, it creates like a nice little heat trap, and it heats the whole bed, because the heater on the S5 is pretty much the same as the 300 and 400, so you're not printing right to the edges, you're relying on the heat moving out to the edge. So all I did was cover it bubble wrap and then a layer of that insulation, and it used to, I don't know, by the time I finished messing around with the model and finished doing other stuff, it was heated. It's fine. Howdy y'all, howdy Matthew, thank you for the like. Everything sticks to the bed. I've put it to the freezer. I have to put it to the freezer to get the print off, yeah. I've never needed to change mine. I've been fine with glass, but I use the prick stick method. And I've never had a failed print due to it coming off the bed. Never. Just literally get a bit of prick stick and go all over just as the print head's about to move, and then it starts printing into the prick stick, and it sticks like shit to a blanket. That does. And then the beauty is, if you want to get, when you finish the print, you've got 2 options. You can either leave it, which is what I tended to do, and then what you can do is just spray it with a little bit of warm water or a damp cloth, and you can either wipe it off really easily like that, or you can leave it. If you use a very small amount of water and it's heated, like the bed's heated, it starts to remelt. You can actually just print again, and it dries and then goes solid again while it's printing. I used to use Pritt Stick. That's all I ever used to use. Proper Ender one, 20 quid on Amazon, yeah. Alright buddy, I've got to go. It's 5:52 in the morning, buddy. My eyes are killing me. I'll see you soon. Have a great stream. Cheers, Ripper, and I'll make sure that's sorted for next time. Make sure. Take care, man. But yeah, I probably would have got another bed for that. But I don't know, it's just something I've done. Especially with the S5. It's just, you know, it's huge. Yacht. I am looking forward to getting all my printers and all my resin printers back up and running. I miss doing it. I can't wait to resin print the custom design that I've been working on for the stream. Pretty funny. Pretty cool. I'm going to do lots of different options for it as well. My one's going to be a bit special. First months I had it, I spent printing mods for the printer itself. Yes, yeah. I know what you mean. I never kind of went down the whole kind of bracket. On the S5 I've done the brackets with the rods. I've done it on the S5. I haven't had to do it on the S3s, they were fine. I think I might actually invest in like spending time setting them up, because I kind of did them very quickly. They work fine. I want to be able to make the frame rock solid and then they can go for it. I've actually been speaking to someone, well, I was speaking to someone, sorry, a long time ago about doing the proper glide rails. Have you seen them? They don't use the belts, they use the proper rails. They're awesome, they are. My ender was a mess when I got it. Had to replace 2 support beams before I even started. The holes were punched in the factory in the wrong place. Oh no, thankfully managed to get through the Creality support and they sent me replacement parts for free. Oh, that's good. Creality are pretty good for that. Tool holders, straws, filament guides, etc. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, the only thing with this one, because it's been sat, I would recommend a full service like you would do after like a year of solid printing. Or to be fair, I used to service mine every 3 to 6 months because I was using them daily, so they were literally on 24/7. I've got such a long list of files to print that they were never stopped. There'd be 10 printers going 24/7. And then of course the resin printers going, so nearly 15 printers all at once. All on shelves, one above each other. Crazy. Proper little print farm. A service on entry is no biggie, so easy to break down a real build. Yeah, literally it would be, you know, I would recommend probably changing the Bowden tube, change the nozzle, check the gears in the, maybe change the gear in the extruder, maybe something like that. Just, you know, fresh teeth and all that way, setting it all up. Everything's really cheap, so it costs like a couple of quid. And then what I would probably do, being as it's sat, is probably give the rods a good, the single rod a good clean, and re-grease. That is something that I would recommend. So many people forget to do the rod, and then they go, "Oh, I've got a layer shift at this bit," and it does it every single print. Well, do you not think there might be some shit in the rod, or like it's bent or something? I'd love a print farm. Yes, it's good, man, when you see the S5 going and then you've got a couple of S4s and S3s and then you've got the resins. It's fun watching a resin, man. Just seeing it coming out the liquid. It's like magic. It's still magic. I know how it works, the ins and outs of how it works, and to me it still kind of looks like magic when it's coming out. New tube, new extruder, new nozzle, new bed, 25 quid all in. Yeah, pretty much. I used to buy like 50 nozzles in one go for like 20 quid on one of the little print sites. But I did look at the hardened aluminiums, and I used to use those for when I printed glow-in-the-dark filament. If you ever print in glow-in-the-dark filament, get an aluminium like a stronger nozzle because it eats the brass like mad. You could, the hole just goes huge. You know, an 8.8 turns into like 1.2 in like 2 prints. But yeah, I could talk the hind legs off a donkey about 3D printers. I've been 3D printing before 3D printers were a thing. I remember my first printer was made out of fiberboard. It was like thick. It wasn't quite wood, but it was stronger than cardboard. And you had all the pieces come in a box with loads of screws and loads of wires. I've actually got a picture on my Facebook of the first acrylic printer that I had, which was basically the same as that cardboard one. We call it cardboard. Basically the same as that cardboard, but all the pieces were were acrylic. So they were just cut out of acrylic sheet, which you had to be really careful with. It was so easy to over tighten and crack. So easy to over tighten and crack. And it wasn't until Creality come along. They had a few dodgy ones to start with, but then they moved on to that extrusion tubing and that sort of thing. It made it so much better. And they're a company that listen to their developers, their clients as well. What they tend to do is, when people do mods on Thingiverse, they'll actually contact them and say, can we make that part of our printer standard? And then that actually becomes a part that becomes part of the printer, which is pretty cool. That reminds me I'm due a nozzle change. So there you go. I've never changed my nozzle and been printing glow-in-the-dark resin. Not had any issues yet, but keep my eye on it. I have a spare nozzle, so that's okay. Yeah, glow-in-the-dark filament, it's very, very rough, very, very strong. Has a lot of abrasive material. Like, I know you can't see it, but it does. It's very, very abrasive. Yeah, so just keep an eye on it. Just keep an eye on it. You might find that if you're depending on what you're doing, if you're doing anything with details, then you might find them start to get a bit duller. And that'll be because it's squashing out more filament, or it starts under extruding because the hole's too big, so it's not squashing properly. Yeah, glow in the dark can be a killer. So it's like I put some notes on the auction as well, because I know I'm dreading someone new buying it and expecting to be able to flick the switch and then print. And it's like, it don't work like that. You know, just a few degrees temperature change in the room can affect settings. You know, how powerful you have your fan running, speed, temperature, different brands of filament, even the same brand of filament but a different color, because things like black and dark colors can be more dense. I used to find white an absolute pain in the ass to print. I found it very brittle. No matter what brand I used, white used to be a bit iffy for me. Good, smooth lines of bliss. Nice. Get that perfect squash. Leveling the bed is the hardest bloody bit for me. It took me ages. I've never really had an issue with it. I always do the paper trick. It's worked for me 100% of the time. Never had an issue. And do you know what I do? I babysit I do, if I'm worried about my leveling the bed, top tip here, I'll tell you in a second once we go through here. What I tend to do is find, get a small print, maybe just a few layers, but quite a big first layer, or get something like a circle or a square. Squares pretty, actually do make yourself a hollow square, so it's lines around near the edges, right? And then create like 10 brim lines, and all you do is print. And then as it's print, and do it slow, and as it's printing the brim, just move the dial until it prints nicely in that corner. And then as it's move into the next one, watch the line. And as you see the line going thick, tighten it, loosen it, so then it's squashing. And then if it's getting to the point where you can't see it, so it's getting too close, it's not extruding properly, then just loosen it a bit. Sorry, tighten it a bit, so obviously you get more of a gap. And that's how I used to level my bed. Use the paper to get a rough guide, and then just watch it with a big print, and it with a few lines. Within a few lines, you can just cancel the print. You've done it. But yes, baby step C. See, what I tend to do as well is get your nozzle in place where you want it to be, or where it's going to be with your Z stop. Then just use the bed from there. What I used to try and do, I had an adjustable bit where the Z stop is. And I used to get the bed in a half tension, so you've got loads of play. A lot of people, when they level their bed, they're like right on the loose limit, so they can't loosen it anymore because it's like as high as it will go, or too like as tight as it will go, so you can't lower it anymore. You kind of want it in the middle, and then move your Z stop so that it's kind of close then. And then you've got play. If you don't have play, you know, and also use a T-square on your frame. The amount of time people's frames are not level. On my S5, I have to manually, with my hand, after each print, I would have to turn the right rod down so that the bar was level. It used to, after every print, when it was lowering, the left side being a little bit heavier, used to lower a little, ever so slightly. Oh, I've missed the turning. Used to lower ever so slightly faster after a print. But then the right side would be a little bit higher. So then I used to just have to just wind manually with my hand, just wind the Z rod, the right hand one, manually until it was level, which was usually like a turn or so. But that made a massive difference over time. If I didn't do that after about 3 or 4 prints, then you could see it weren't level. So always check your Z rail as well, Z rail. Yeah, I could talk like shitloads. There's every printer is different. What I tend to do is set each printer up how I normally do it, and then from there, it's kind of like you just deal with that one printer and make notes, have some stickies on it, even if you have to have stickies. And then the only bastard is if you set G code for one printer and then you're like, actually I want to put it on this printer, and it's all different settings. So yeah, it make lots of notes. Every printer is different, even with the same filament. I used to have a printer that preferred being 10 degrees hotter than another one with the same filament. It was a nightmare sometimes. You can have the, you know, all my printers are Creality and they all have different settings. They may be close, but they're all slightly different. Some, for some reason, I'll build them exactly the same way, and some won't be able to handle speed. They're all like, oh yeah, you can do 50, 60 a second. Like, yeah, whatever. In your bra. If you're doing like loads of straight lines, maybe. Yeah, my friend went out to square, found it because I was picking it up by the top. Yeah, but yeah, it's I did actually used to run a little masterclass in Colchester for 3D printers for cosplayers. Used to hold it down the local comic shop, which is pretty cool. You can have a line of 10 all the same model, have different quirks. Yep. And then trying to explain that to someone who's never 3D printed before, they're like, well, they're all the same. And it's like, well, it's no different to cars really. All their clutches, you know, same car, but the clutch can be a different bite point. It might be very, very similar, but they're all, you know, at the same time, there's going to be some that are very different. There's so many variables, it's unbelievable. You know, is it by a door, is it by a window that gets a draft? That could be a killer for a print, drafts. My friend used to print in ABS, so he used to have enclosures and they were all temperature controlled. Which is ideal if you can do that. I'm hoping to do that with my print room, when I have my print room. Mine has a habit of dropping the round caliper, that's on the base of the tall screw. It was there one day. Getting that grinding noise. Mine has a habit of dropping the round caliper that's on the base of the tall screw. I'm not quite sure which part you mean, Vicky. The round caliper that's on the base of the tall screw. So between the motor, the stepper motor and the screw, yeah? The Z rod. The round thing at the base of the big screw. The Z rod. Yeah, you got to be careful. Sometimes they get jammed and they snap. My friend's one twisted and it snapped. Because it got jammed on the Z rod. It couldn't turn. There's a screw. There's two screws on the back of the Z rod. There's like a little brass coloured thing or silver coloured thing, and it's like a weird shape. You can sometimes that comes loose and you have to tighten that up and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. See, they're things that need replacing that people don't realise as well, because they can get a bit weird. They have a certain amount of flex in them and then they can snap. Everything on a 3D printer is serviceable apart from the frame. Which, if you're unscrewing a lot, which you shouldn't be, that can become an issue as well. So. Yep, bound and reset is fine. But keeps dropping. Keeps dropping. Do you mean you don't have it on the bottom of the stepper motor and then it keeps dropping? Because realistically, you should loosen it and let it just go as far as it will go down, and then screw it so then it can't go any further down. And then you loosen the Z rod, keep spinning the Z rod so it goes down until it will kind of go as far as it will go. You want a little bit of play, but yeah, and then you tighten it there, and it shouldn't move anywhere then. My next bit is a new motherboard. Ooh, have you got the old one? You get the silent ones now, can't you? Silent boards and all that. You know what? I've not looked at 3D printer gear for like a year, pretty much since the start of COVID. I stripped all my printers down in February to put all these new Tornadoes on. COVID hit in March and they're all just sat there with half heads on. Thread coming loose. The thread shouldn't come loose. Might have a 2mm gap before the motor unless I read it wrong. Yeah, it shouldn't be coming loose. If it's coming loose, then that suggests that it's being gripped somewhere and pulling out. Yeah, old one. Yeah, after a silent one. Yeah, the end of the one I've got's the older one, but I've got the dampers. If you look at my auction, I've got the little dampers and I put them on the motors and it goes silent. All you can hear is the fan. It's crazy how them dampers stop the noise of the motor, and you can buy them cheap on eBay. It's crazy. Crazy how quiet they go just because of those little dampers. I put them on my S5 silent apart from long big movements where it's just so heavy. That's the frame, it's not the motor. Right, we want somewhere we have not been. Haven't been there. Nice short one. I got the silent board add-on, can only hear the fans, yeah. Not just the noises, can't really hear mine, it's covered, but new motherboard, more options. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with mine. I'll have a little look and just have a little play. Mine are old now, you know, pre-COVID. Way before, a couple of years before COVID, and mine are well old really, but they're good. I suppose I could update the board and bring it up a little bit, but I don't know. I'm one of them people, if it ain't broke I don't tend to like touching it. I found that sometimes I upgrade stuff too much, it gets to the point it don't work properly. I'm a bit unlucky like that. If it's working, I'm leaving it, kind of thing. Whey. But yeah, the those tornado heat things are just crazy. They weren't that expensive either. I don't know if I want the direct drive as well. I can see the benefits to the direct drive. There's no Bowden tube, it goes straight into the nozzle. The weight on the Z rails, it's, I don't know. I don't know if I like all that weight there. But it is pretty cool watching the just filament go straight into the extruder, like pretty much straight into the nozzle. Comes out of the extruder straight into the nozzle. The Bowden tube's about that. It's not virtually non-existent. It's like a centimetre long. Or you get a full system where there's no Bowden tube at all. I did the cheaper add-on. I suppose if you've got a proper legit direct, then they're less weight because they've got different. You can get the decent ones. They got a really small motor inside. I was using the 3D printed bracket, which used my old stepper motor. It was a bit of a hack, really, but it worked. I think I've still got that on my S5 actually. I reprinted. I redid the model and reprinted it because I made it a little bit better. Gonna go for a bit. We'll catch up later. Gonna reread the manual for that bit. Okie dokie, okie doke. Alright, we got the short little stubby van. Right, I'm just gonna knock. Just gonna knock Twitch off because otherwise my average is being pulled right down, and I've just managed to get it quite high. Just realised I've been saying unicorn tube and it's actually Capricorn. I know what you meant. I called it unicorn as well, and I knew what you meant. It's the blue one, the blue Capricorn. So I knew exactly what what you meant. I just I said it as well. But yes, it's the blue one. It's the nice blue one as well. It's like it is like a sky blue looking at the sky, isn't it? Darkish sky blue. If I remember right, it's like the attachment on the steering wheel in the thing. Kind of that dark. I don't think it was quite navy. Was it navy? Oh, I just know it was blue. Yeah, it doesn't melt at the end. Yeah. I tell you what, you know, getting the Bowden tube off sometimes, you know, you have that little clip thing where you have to push it down. Oh, that can be a right pain in the bum, that can. I've had a few that didn't want to come out. Rosie, thanks for the like. David Moon, thanks for like. It's only just appeared, man. It says 40 minutes ago. Mr. Moon, I'm so sorry. Hope you're good. Zoning out, talking about 3D printers. I could talk about 3D printers all day long. So much stuff you can talk about. Yeah, the push fits are a pain, yeah. It's annoying when you 3D print and like 3D model and stuff like that, and you hear some of these so-called experts at conventions and places, and you're just like, man, you're talking a load of waffle. They kind of talk like a bit like when someone's read a manual and it makes them think they know everything, but they're not talking with actual hands-on real experience of like, well, this is what the manual says, but actually in reality, if you want it to work, you kind of got to do it like this. You can always tell the people that just read a manual and think they're an expert, as opposed to those that have actually dealt with so many issues, they know how to do it properly. So many different things to consider. And the fact that as soon as someone says they know everything, you know they're chatting shit, because there's always something to learn. always. So what was your slicer of choice, Craig? What was your slicer of choice? The big 3D printer debate. What? I used to see arguments in groups and forums and stuff about slicer choice. So what was that? I was saying, what was your slicer of choice? There used to be big debates in groups and forums. So I say debates, there used to be massive arguments about which slicer was the best or what to use. What slicer did you use? Or what do you use, should I say? Just Cure 5.0 works fine for me. Nice. Have they got slanted supports in Cure yet, or is it an add-on mod still? Like customs. I know the custom supports used to be a mod. Is that integrated yet? And if so, can you do slanted supports or angled supports? And I'm not talking about tree supports, like proper supports that you can put on an angle. Not used Cura for like 2 years, so genuinely interested. No, I've not seen those. What? There's a mod you can get for Cura, custom supports. Check it out, man. That's like years old. Something that the community were begging for years. That's what you can do on Simplified. I liked Cura for some reason. Prince did seem a little better with Cura, but the lack of support, custom supports, used to kill me. Such a waste of filament at times. So I used to use Simplified and then use custom supports, and then there's some tricks that if you know what you're doing, you can create angled supports. So like say you were doing a bust, right? And it was from the chest up. Now you would usually have to have from the bed to under the chin, wouldn't you, as a support to stop it sagging, you know, wouldn't you? You'd have to have a support here going down at the very least. Well, there's a way in Simplified, if you know what you're doing, where you create a support going from here up to the chest at an angle, so it prints normal, and then a little support will start to grow out as you're printing, and it'll be, imagine just I don't, you know, like the Lego 4x4s, those little squares like Mintolas or whatever, or Munchies. just a little stack of those at a 45-degree angle or 30-degree angle that come out, start growing out, and it doesn't matter if they don't print too well, they're just there as a support, and they just start growing out, and then they go under the chin. Your support is that long instead of like being all the way down to the bed. There's so many things you can do to save filament and time. It saves hours and hours and hours of support printing. Used to get people like the Mandalorian helmet that I used to print, and they used to do supports from the bottom of the helmet all the way to the top of the T-visor. On my prints, I used to have supports running along the visor, and then when it gets to the middle where it goes all the way down, they used to go at a 45-degree angle left and right to sort the top bit out, because obviously you don't need it down here, it's just a gap. And that alone used to save me 6 to 10 hours of the print if you were doing it slowly, and then maybe 5 if I was doing it really quick. I'm gonna try and make it. Crap. I knew I won't make it that, but I was gonna try anyway. But yeah, I used to have people going, it's like a 25-hour print. And I'd be like, I did it in 15. What are you on about? Barrel roll, definitely a barrel roll. Where's Terry when you need him? He'd have loved that. But yeah, the custom supports in Cura will probably just be from the base up, like vertical, but at least you can adjust custom stuff then. Some of the auto ones are a bit boo. Oh no, the truck one's going straight through, come on. La, la, la. Remember all the way back in the day, I used to use one called Slicer, but the E was a 3. Proper old school, that one. That was like one of the original slicers from back in the day. It's borderline command line at one point. No visuals or anything, and then slowly getting visual representations. And yeah. This is the thing with technology, they make it becomes too easy to do things, and then people that shouldn't be doing things start doing things because they think it's easy. I used to have, when I used to do my stalls and stuff with all my 3D prints, I'd have people come up to me and they'd look at the prices and they'd be like, oh, I want to buy that, and then they'd sort of like not buy it. And then like 2 weeks later, or you would hear them even discuss it and say, oh, I might as well just buy my own printer. I've had someone say it loudly to me as well and say, oh, I'm not buying that, that's the price of a 3D printer. And I was like, right. And they go, oh, I'm going to buy my own. I went, okay, cool. Like, awesome. I said, I pretty much guarantee you won't be printing anything like that with that quality anytime soon. And I remember about 3 or 4 weeks later, him and his mate come back and they were trying to ask, like inadvertently ask me questions about 3D printing. I just like, I said normally I'd like to help people, but you've purposely not brought something from me, save money, or so you think you're going to save money and buy your own printer and do it yourself, and now you're wanting my help so that you can do that. I'm like, nah. I said I'd quite happily charge you £20 an hour to like give you some advice, 20-30 quid an hour, all that. You know what I mean? I'm not giving you my 20 years of experience for free, which is what I need to stop doing with my computers and stuff, you know. I actually had some people hound me for some stuff the other day, and I literally said, look, if I'm giving up my time to help you out, I'll do it for a tenner an hour. And they basically told me to piss off, and I was like, yeah, cool, it means I don't have to help you. But I knew from my help they were going to profit, and I would have been sat there with nothing and given them my experience and knowledge, and they would have profited from that, which, you know, it's not fair. I need to think of it like that in future. If I know someone's going to profit from my help and my time and I'm not, you know, I need to flip that. Doesn't make for very good business, does it? Dun, 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 dun. You think of all them years of giving out free help to people, and then they go off and they've got all these nice design jobs and all these nice computer jobs and going on holiday and flash cars and shit. And I'm sat there struggling to buy a motorbike so I can see my kids. I need to turn things on its head. And of course, if people don't want to pay for my time, then I'm not getting hounded, which frees up even more time. See? Been doing a lot of thinking and realisation over the last few days. Especially when a few friends have really let me down with some stuff that they said they were going to do. Kind of put things in perspective of just like, need to concentrate on me and the kids, me and my family. I've given up a lot of time for people, and that's come at a cost of me and my family. That's not fair. And I've only just really kind of seeing and realising it. It's not very nice. It's not very nice when you've done it for people who you thought valued it. To the point where I've even I have to force myself to not help people when I know they're taking the piss. Because I like helping people, especially if I know they're struggling or whatever, and I'm just like, I know they're going to take the piss, I've got to stop myself. It's really hard. Still not unlocked sent for rent for me. I'm tempted just to free drive there, it's so close, and then it'll open it up. Free drive, let's go. It's literally right there, look. I'm gonna free drive there so I can unlock it. We're so close. I'm probably not. Oh my lord, look at the weather. I need to sort a new truck skin out. I don't know what I'm going to do there. I like it so simple, but it needs to be a little bit jazzier, I think. I think sometimes if you want logos and things to be quite prominent, when you make the livery too jazzy, it takes it away from the boldness of the logo and stuff. Oh, that's dangerous. Tempted to actually go on my other profile, my single player profile, and have all the decent traffic and mods. Oh, over we go. Didn't even check left and right then. Daniel coming in with the like, how you doing? Good to see you, man. You got a pester Faye for when we're having a meet up. Oh, I was braking and it was drifting. Wasn't good. Evening. Hope you're well. I was saying you got Pester Faye and yeah, just sort out a meeting up or something. Oh wow. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Should we be one of them? Let's be one of them. Look at the guy in the background, he's going nuts. Doing the YMCA or something. No time for dancing. I'll make sure of it, good. Can't see crap in the rain. Oh, I've overshot that. Keep forgetting it's got such a powerful engine in it now, you know, it hits 60 in no time. Brake. Oh. Almost aquaplaned into the signs then. This is madness. I better slow down a little bit. Hey, we've discovered St. Laurent. Before we go too much further, let's see what jobs are here. On that job. Oh wow, it's a biggie as well. Yeah. Always take a free drive down there. So far, we haven't done that before. Let's take a little free drive down there and unlock that as well. That'll be good. So much missing when you don't have pro mods. In fact, what I might do is change profile, seeing as no one's on Convoy. I'm going to change to my other profile with all my mods, all my cool mods. Much more traffic, some realism mods, all sorts. What we got here? Convoy Pro. I think it's that one. Yeah, might as well add these in. Add them in. Digital cameras, bright headlights. Boom, boom, boom. Confirm changes. And we've got pro mods installed as well, haven't we? So it's going to take a second to load because it's going to detect changes. I envy your new fridge. It's like the Death Star. It's He's obsessed. Like, I've always wanted a fridge with ice machine and crusher on it, right? And since we've had that, she's the one that's obsessed with it. I would join, but we'll fall asleep at the wheel. No worries, man. All good. Chill out. But yeah, if no one's joining the convoy, I might as well have all the delights, pro mods, and all the good stuff. Yeah, your map's a bit mental. I've just left it at pro mods. So I'm not going to add too much to it. I might look at some extra bits. If there's more in the UK, let me know. If there's nothing, I like driving around the UK a lot. So if there's more for the UK map wise, then maybe, but as long as it works with pro mods. It's Shetland Island. Ooh. Oh, we got Donna, Dale, and Kieran as top Kents. Kieran with a top no Kent. There is an island map. Ooh. Yeah, I might have a little nose at some mods. Everything I have is compatible with Pro Mods. Sweet. Ooh, what's up here? Daniel coming in with the 99 stars. Thank you very much, Daniel. Really, really appreciate it. Daniel, yes, get them hashtags in. Sorry, someone's just asked to purchase a Pokemon hat. So I'm replying, just saying. So that might be a potential another sale, you know what I mean? Matthew coming in with the 300 stars. Damn.
Thank you very much.
Hashtag Matthew. You need no need to explain. Do what you need to do. I know, but you know, I should be streaming, but like someone's inquiring. I found that if you don't reply to someone within a certain amount of time, it's kind of game over for a sale. They've got, I suppose they've got too much time to think about it, and they're like, nah, I'm not bothered with that anymore. And then like, you know, you've lost it. I'm like, messing me around, especially if they message like 8 times and you've missed all them 8 messages. It's like in a relationship or something where they're like, you're ignoring me, I'm no longer interested anymore. And it's like, Christ, it's been 10 minutes. Like, give me a chance. Look at the map now. Look at the map now. Right, so we are here. I'm going to slowly work my way towards the UK. I'm going to try and go south if I can. Up in there. Take that nice little twisty road, shall we? Matthew with the Ravin Game crew. Really appreciate it, Matthew and Daniel. Thank you very much. Yeah, everyone's been incredible the last few days. It's been absolutely mental.
Failure.
Right, well, I'm going to remove them last 2 mods I put on because that's the only thing that's changed. Wow. Failure. We're loving the new Logitech wheel I brought, getting it dialed in. Yes, Matthew, that's the way. I'll let it load again in case it was just a glitch because it's not loaded with them new things, but we'll see. It's a bit poo. It was a bit poo, wasn't it? That's the first crash I've had in ETS in about months. Wow, and it happens on stream.
Oh no, no.
I need to move all them over. I need to do my alert thing as well. We're gonna go up a little bit there. There we go. Right, let's see if it doesn't crash again. Doug, thank you so much for the like. If it does crash, then I will take off those 2 mods. That's the only thing I've changed. Adding them 2 mods, wouldn't it? That one, wasn't it? Can we change the trailer? Oh, we can. How you doing, Doug? Hope you're good. Bong. Great bits of kit there indeed. They changed the whole way driving is when you get so used to like pads or something like that. I'm looking forward to trying that new game out. The only thing I'm not happy about is that it's not online multiplayer, it's split screen. But you can do Steam remote play, so even if you don't own the game, if you add me as a friend on Steam, you'll be able to play. Got a bit of a traffic. I'm going there. First thing you do, you come out here, travel down. Oh, they're moving. They're moving. You know what? I'm going to be sneaky here. Get my camera around the right way. That'd help. There we go. Illegal maneuver. There is another traffic mod that I have. It's a little bit lighter than this one. I may use that. May give that a go. Single. We'll see. This isn't too bad unless you're at a junction like that for a while. If you're pretty quick when you come up to them, they're okay. As soon as you sit for a while, they build up so much traffic. The traffic lights aren't really made for it. I managed to print a steering wheel knob for the G29. Problem is, I tend to lean down while it's configuring. Yeah, whilst sorting my wires, and it bonks me in the head, laugh out loud. Ah, config. I know what you mean. When you plug it in and it's spinning, it clunks you in the head. Yes, I know what you mean. Starts doing its little setup spins. I used to hate that when I was in the spare room upstairs. It was so loud. Everyone's asleep and we can hear it's and then if Logitech doesn't load in properly and it says like, I don't know, connect devices still, or it comes up loading resources, sometimes I get it, so it's not loaded properly. The picture's there but it's not actually loaded. I have to redo it, so Having fun back on the driving, yeah man. Yeah, I'm switching it up, playing all sorts, man. It's nice to chill, drive and chill. And these, I've got some cool mods in here as well, like some extra disaster things going on, so there's a lot more things on the road. I've got motorbikes, I've got a supercar pack, I think. There's a lot more legitimate, decent cars on the road. I do all the time, lean on mine without thinking and whack on the chin. I've not done that yet. I tend to smash my knee off the clamp knob, if you like, the gear stick, because that hangs down really low, you know. So if I swing my knee out a bit, it like smashes into that. That bloody hurts. It's the the Thrustmaster TH8A gear stick. It's probably smacks my knee on it. I've got a slightly longer raised bar on it as well, so it's a little bit taller. I might go crazy and get one of them big for a laugh. I have steel rebar on my hovering desk. That thing is stronger than my knee by far. Yep. Bit of an inspection thing going on here. Could I be in that other lane with the... oh no, there's one here. There's one over there as well. Oh. Actually, if it was on a lower table and it... Well, once I'm in the new establishment, I'm getting my bike stuff done, and I've still got everything set aside for the build. I'm purposely not including that or even thinking about it. Everything that's been given so far for that is set aside, and in my mind it doesn't exist, so it's not spent. And that's with Faye, not me. So it's gone. It's out of the picture, so I can't spend it inadvertently or whatever. And then, so once everything's sorted in that respect, I'm still doing bits out there anyway. I was doing some angle grinding the other day. I've still got some more to do. We've got metal shutters that I need to remove, especially from the lower end, before we can even think about cementing. So there's still quite a bit of structural stuff to sort out that I'm doing little by little, as I can. So, got what I was saying now. Oh yes, when I'm in there, I want to kind of create some desktop stuff that I'm thinking of building little panels that I can store to the side of my PC upright with everything pre-clamped on, and I can add to that as well. So I can actually 3D print. I've already got 3D models of a Scania interior. I could 3D print a dash to go on the board over the top of the steering wheel and the gear stick and all that. And I've modified it so like where you can see the screen, I could have my tablet in there, and obviously didn't connect that and all that sort of thing, so I can have my little GPS rolling on there as if it's like proper in front of me. May even modify it to, I might even have it so there's 2 spaces in there, because obviously I could do the dial set on my tablet as well, so it's in front of me. So there's all things like that in the works. And then obviously with my flight sim, I'm actually going to have a Vulcan set up. I've got the Vulcan interior 3D modelled. So, but I'm going to have 2 different... See, this is the problem with my flight sim setup and stuff. I'm going to end up needing about 3. Or 2. One that's a setup with a yoke, but then that means I'm going to need 4 throttles, because there'll be 2 with the yoke and everything, and then there'll be 1 with a set of 2 with the flight stick. And depending on what I'm flying, it gets plugged in and put down. I need to make that modular as well. It's going to be difficult to come up with a way to do it all that's functioning and doesn't take me hours to bloody set up. And then of course I've got to think, like, if I'm doing something for ETS, do I do it for ATS? And what if I'm driving on SnowRunner? I'm gonna have my truck thing there, or do I have that be able to be lifted off and stuff? Then I could put the truck one on. I suppose I need to make it as modular as possible so I can take bits off and put bits on as I need to. So I'm gonna have to really have a think about what I do and how I do it. But I do want to do it. I think it'd be cool flying the Vulcan with a mini Vulcan interior. It won't be exact, it'll be modified to be kind of representational. Same with the truck and everything, that'll be modified a bit. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Hold up. Look at this tailback. Look at this. Wow. You'd never see that normally. That sounds awesome. I had a home studio built, but every surface is now covered full of craft projects. I'm streaming set up now, so there's always no bloody space. Well, this is the problem. I am going to be short for space because I'm double insulating what's already there. It's about 2 meters 40 wide, and then about 3.5 meters long. And then there's like a meter each side that comes in that was the original back wall, and then they put a hole in it, so there's a meter each side roughly of that, and then beyond that they extended it by another about 1.5 meters nearly, say. Quite cramped. It's going to be quite cramped. And then obviously I'm using 3x2 to build a frame on the inside to then insulate it, but I'm going to build, instead of the 3x2 being that way, it's going to be this way, so that saves me 1 inch each way. Each inch side. I know it's only 1 inch, but you know, it's such a small amount of space. That's 2 inches each side. That's 4 inches all the way around. You know, that's a fair bit of space to save. So yeah, I've got to think wisely about what I'm doing. That whole left side wall is going to be shelving. Maybe it's going to be shelving for all my like Lego 3D prints and models, all my figures. I've got so many collectibles. So I kind of want to do perspex shelving, floor to ceiling. And then I'm going to have like my big Lego sets that my collector's ones, like Home Alone, that's been unopened and it's in a plastic collector's case. That'll be like on the back wall. And then the friends' apartments and the friends' cafe and all that in their covers can go on there. And anything collectible, I've got so many collectibles. I've got signed photo of Darth Vader by David Prose, you know, who passed away. Signed canvas Vader of that, all signed. So much stuff. If you can build storage in that insulated space engine. Yeah, I can't, it's going to be so thin, I can't put any, I need that air gap. I can't put anything, I can't build shelving into that gap, so to speak. I'm just going to frame it, insulate, and then board it. But yeah, there will be shelving and storage in there, but it's just how I lay everything out. Because I want a stand-up area for when I do my Lego builds and things. Or I'm going to try and get one of them stand-up desks where I can be stood up or sat down when I do Lego builds and things. Up and change. It'd be nice to be able to game like that as well, sometimes standing up. Straighten my legs. But yeah, I'm going to have literally probably 25mm to 50mm base air gap, and then it'll be the 3x2 frame, and then insulation will be in that frame, which is 50mm insulation in the 50mm thickness of the frame. Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, I've got to be kind of careful. It's going to be sweet though. And then in the back room, the sort of 2.4 meter by 1.2, 1.4 maybe. There a cast in front. There is this one. Let's just ram out of the way. Being too slow, mates here. In that back space on the left wall is going to be my print wall. That'll all be 3D printers. And then on the right hand side I'm going to have a toilet and a sink, so there's going to be a little bathroom there. That's self-contained studio. I've also got to find an area where I do my painting as well. I think I might make that next to where I do my printing, but enclosed. So it's in a booth, like a little mini spray booth with an extractor fan. I used to have a big one, but I've dismantled it and I'm going to get rid of it. It's too big. I need to make a smaller one. It was about 1.5 meters wide. The whole thing was just covered in the spray filter thing, and it had this massive fan on the top that sucked the air out like nobody's business. It was actually a grain hopper induction centrifugal fan, and yeah, it could suck start Harley, that thing. That was really good when I was spraying. So yeah, lots to play until until it's done. Then I can measure the actual physical size. It's very good to judge, but the walls aren't perfectly straight. They're not even perfectly level. It's very much the outside shed that Jack built. Margaret, thanks for the like. It's a block brick. It's a block built one with rendering, but it's just been done very slapdash. The roof needs replacing now because that's rotted. Where a tree was growing up it and lifted all the felt, so all the woods were up. So that all needs doing. It's a big project, but it's going to be good. Sorry, gotta go. Take care. No worries. No worries. Take care. Right, 364 miles to go. Let's get it going. Jones, thanks for like. How you doing, man? Thank you for the share. One thing I was going to ask, on that left side where you got the Top Kent's names, is that too big? It looks huge now. I think it's like gone up a size. That too, it's like huge, isn't it? I need to make it a bit smaller. Fantastic, just got back from Bullet Train with the missus. Very, very good. Good to hear. Let's see if I can make that a little bit smaller without crashing. Doesn't look overly big, mate. That one on the left, yeah? Bit crazy. Looks huge on my preview, so it must be huge on a... I suppose on a phone it won't be that big, will it? But on a PC it might be big. Yeah, all the big tokens, really big. Sorry, Mr. Policeman. Out of context of the rest of everything, it looks okay, I think. Chop. You good? Glad to hear it was good though. The logo is smaller than the text, yes. Yeah, for some reason the text went a bit bigger. It wasn't that big. Let me see on here. Ba-ba. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Pressing the wrong keyboard. That made me jump. No, it's a subtle difference, but I'll have to have a little play with it. I'm not building a bit more of the land speed. You're not, or you sarcastically are. I'm selling loads of my Lego, man. It's all over the marketplace. Cheaper than most places. Oh, I'm now building. There you go. Cool. Yep, get rid of loads of stuff. Mobile crane. I've got a Star Wars AT-AT which is unopened, and I've seen on Bricklink it ranges from about 160 to 180, but I kind of wanted it gone, so I've listed it for 120. Mint condition, never been opened, fully sealed. It's been in a bag. So the day after I brought it, it's been in a bag, like in a clear recycling bag. Mint. And I keep being messed around with it. People saying they want it, they're going to pay for it the next day, they're going to buy it the next day, put it on. Someone's asked me to put it on pending because they're so serious about buying it, and it's been like 4 days now and they're still not paid. Why are you selling? Because I'm trying to get funds for the motorbike, man. I've got, in 2 days time, I've got to try and come up with just over $1,000 in, yeah, a little bit, a fair while. Nearly 1,500 in a couple of days, and that's why I've already had like a few hundred. So that's why I put the star goals and donos at 1,000, not 1,500. So because I already had some. So with these last few sales that people say they're going to buy stuff, I would have been all right. But because as I'm selling stuff, I'm adding to the dono goal. So I'm fingers crossed. I'm in chats with him, right, and he is being really, really cool. He don't live that far away. It's like the next town over, and he is being really, really cool. And he said that he's going to try and speak to his work, where he's got this bike, which is his commuter bike, but now they've got a family car, so he doesn't use it. He doesn't commute that much, and his leisure bike's kept at his work because apparently where he lives, it's not that great for riding. He always meets up with his friends who live in. He always meets up with his friends who live in the town where he works. So he drives to his work and then gets on his like leisure bike. But now he's changing workplaces. He's got to bring that leisure bike home, and he needs to get rid of this one because he don't use it no more, and it's just stored. So I'm hoping he's going to speak to them and see when he can leave his leisure bike there till. And he reckons he's there for another couple of weeks, so he should be okay for another couple of weeks. And if that's true, then I can pay him a deposit and then get him the rest of the money in a few weeks. So fingers crossed I can do that, because this is the bike is perfect. Had another one on the back burner, and that sold this morning. Had another one which was local in a shop over the industrial estate, at a motorbike shop, and it's not ideal, but it would have been better than some of the other ones I've seen. It was a GPZ 1100, which is pretty cool. It would have been okay, but you know when it's not like quite what you want, and you're paying all that money, you kind of want something you want. And it would have been a good get me through, I guess, but that sold this afternoon. Couldn't believe it. I was chatting to my parents about like the stars. Obviously I don't see them until the 25th of October, sorry. So I said that if it comes to the crunch, if I show them what I've got coming, and I have that in cash and then give it back to me if I needed to. I don't know if I do, but if I needed to. And they've agreed. So that's a plus. But yeah, so I'm expecting not to be able to get this bike because it's nice, really nice. So we'll see. Yes, Cuba and Joy, thank you so much for the likes. We shall see, man. What have they stopped for? I think there's been an accident up there. I'm just going to zoom up. How much do you need? About another 400 or 500 in the next few days. And what is that motorcyclist doing? Oh right, yeah, look, they've had an accident. He's laying down on the ground. Hit while he's down, sheet man. Yes. If I had been messed around with these two Lego sets, and I was selling a 3D printed helmet as well, and that would have been a massive chunk of the money. So. But at the same time, if he allows me to pay a big deposit now, you know, if he can keep it parked there. If he can't, then it's got to go, and he's got people offering him the money as well, like now. He's doing me a favour. He said he's willing to hold it until he needs it gone, and then once he needs it gone, it's going to go. Oh, yeah, fair enough. I said, yeah, fine. I said, I appreciate what you're doing for me, but if he can hold it, then what I said I would do is just pay him the money I've got now as a deposit, and then if I need like 400 more, I've got 2-3 weeks to get it, you know. And I should have got my stars from last month by then, stars and subs from last month to go towards it and things. That's a shit thing as well, like I don't get paid until like the 25th, so that screwed me. I got those restrictions. I got strikes on Facebook for sharing the supporter and stars link in the chat. But it hasn't stopped me, it hasn't banned me from making comments in streams. It's banned me from making posts and joining groups. So making posts and joining, like posting groups and stuff. But now I need to sell all this stuff. I can't post it in all the relevant groups, like computer groups and Lego. That Lego would have sold in a Lego group. And I can't post until the 21st of September. The Facebook's even screwed me. But again, if he can hold it for a couple of weeks, I'll then be able to post in Facebook. I'll be able to make some sales. I can post in the marketplace and share certain places, but I can't post in the proper groups with the proper information. Which on the 21st I can. So I shall do, and hopefully sell all my Lego and stuff. Toady, thanks for the like. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Sydney Gamin, thank you for like. Hey there, man. Good to see you. Keep going here. This is the most traffic I've ever seen in ETS. Yeah, I've got loads of mods on, man. I've got motorcycles in here. Because it's single player, not multiplayer, I can do a lot more. I've got pro mods, I've got traffic stuff, oh, I've got all sorts of stuff, weather mods, car mods. I've got a supercar pack in here, so there's like 200 different supercars and like decent, nice sports cars, buses, trucks, all sorts. I've got a brutal traffic mod, so like you get traffic jams and stuff, making it much more realistic, you know. I love seeing all the motorbikes in here as well, which you don't normally see. There's a few mods I want to add as well, but I'm doing it little by little just to see what stops it running nice. I do have another traffic mod I might use because this gets a bit traffic jammy, whereas the other one, it's not as bad. It's a little bit. It's not as bad. Let me speak to the missus. Act as a pawnbroker for your Lego. I don't want to keep it. Just need to see what she thinks. We'll speak of stream. Speak of stream. Da 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 do. If it's like a lender, with all the postage and stuff, man, it'd just be a bit of a thingy. Unless you're interested in having any. I can do you a bit of a deal if you're interested in any. I really enjoyed the mobile crane and the concrete mixer. They were good builds then. I enjoyed those. Dono Kent, yes. Yeah. We got the stars, we got the donos. Actually, thinking about it, let me just check. I may while we're in traffic. A bit loud that, wasn't it? Yes. Say what? Say what? I just know you wouldn't want to let stuff go full time, laugh out loud. It's honestly, it's to go. I need to break bonds with stuff. So if you are interested, it's fair game. It's up for sale, mate. And I'll do a deal if you want certain ones or whatever. I'll see what we can sort out. Like, up to you. It's on the marketplace. Or I could share you a link or something. I don't know. I'm sure you'll find them. Mr. Executor MCR. Night all falling asleep on the laptop. Craig, see you later. I'm actually going to, while we're in traffic still. Oh, I need this one. Oh, no, I can't do it, I don't think. Huh? What the fuck was that? It felt like something on my leg. I need to add to my dono. I wish there was a way you could add and take away from your donos things. Like if you make a mistake or something goes through twice, you can't really do it. You can't touch it. You have to reset it. Okay, mate, we'll speak off stream. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, if anything tickles your fancy, or if there's anything that you think you can flip, like I say, I'm selling that at for 120 and it's on Bricklink for 180. I need it gone. You know, I need the money now, and if I put it at 160, 180, people will be like, the price is only going to go up. As it used to be 100, it used to be 100, then it was 110, then 120, then 130. It's now like, say, 180. That's, if you can find something that's going to be discontinued, bag it, don't open it, just leave it, forget about it. I brought that about 6 or 8 years ago, I think, 6 years ago maybe, and the price has just gone up. It just goes up. Keep it mint. Like if you bought that and then kept it mint, probably 300 quid like the end of the year next year. Looks RG, I have this sudden urge to take blue pill. I've got another one that's really nice, but it's green. It's like white with green, so it just disappears. Right, I know I'm stuck in traffic, but I'm using it to do my dono thing here. Yeah, the dono thing's going to disappear, but we're going to just adjust it. That's on 355. We're up to 425 because I just had a 50 sale, and Gavin, who was in the stream earlier, he's bought some bags, some Lego bags that I was selling for a £5 each. I've got one left if you want one, Dan. That's when I got mine, and then flipped it for 25 quid more, and I brought it for, I think it was 19.99. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I've got some Lego bags, official Lego bags as well, that I'm selling, little backpack, kids backpacks. Gavin's just bought 3 out of the 4 for his kids, so I've got to send them. I'll be doing my sending Thursday or Friday. Kieran's bought a hat. He brought one of the nice ones as well, one of the Dragon Ball Z. They're really, really nice. They are good, really good quality, those as well, especially with the Dragon Ball Z design at the back, and the actual logo. It's all stitched and everything's nice. Had a couple of people after some Iron Man, the metallic Iron Mans, but then he was like, oh, I can't afford to do it this month, so I'll try next month. I was like, right, okay. I'm literally surrounded by Lego. I've got the Aston Martin, Land Speeder, and Vespa to come. Oh, nice. I dug out, when I was going through everything, I found my Lego driving license. I can get it if you want to see it. The photo on it, I'm like that. if you want to see it. Got the bloody Baby Groot as well with the cassette tape. Oh, I see that in B&M, it was on sale. I was tempted, and then I was like, I'm not buying anything. I've literally, this month, I don't, my bank's going to be like, what is going on with this guy? Because I've done nothing, absolutely nothing, apart from obviously the automatic bills and stuff that come out. I've done nothing. No little bits from eBay, no little bits for the stream here and there, nothing. It's good in a sense and shows that I can do it, but it's hard when I see shit on sale and stuff. And then I'm thinking, why would I buy Lego when I'm trying to sell Lego to make money? You know what I mean? Would have been stupid. Very stupid. Look at that car over there. Look at that. It's sexy, isn't it? Oh. But yeah, all the mods and stuff I've got in here. Like, got motorbikes on the go. Got some cool ones as well. Loads of decent cars. I was going to go for it, but I'm not going to bother now. I forgot how much weight this little thing's short, but it's really heavy. What's the Lego bag you're on about? It's a backpack for, well, for an adult or a kid, I guess. Yo, 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 Liam. Yo, yo, yo. I suppose... Oh, do you know what it'd be? La, 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 la. I've still got the main marketplace advert on there, but there's only one left. I need to modify it. I was going live as he was paying. I get a link directly from that. Yeah, listing. Copy link. Ah, there we go. Woo. And then I go. I'm gonna try not to crash here while I'm doing this. Paste. I send that. Hey, there we go. And then these are some of the Lego things I've got for sale. Still from there. Got the cement mixer for 60 quid. I think that retails at like 90 or 80. It's all there. Smash my elbow. I will hurt. Right on my funny bone. Oh, no way. Oh, no way. I think from being on them links you can see my other items. But yeah, there's quite a bit of Lego on there. I've got a few more to add as well. If these don't sell, I've got some more to add. Jeez, that's a traffic jam. Yes, Liam, they've got loads of mods on here, man. I'm looking forward to like when you're able to join them. It'll be so cool driving, man. How you been? Are you at work? Or are you off at the minute? Had another sale today, so I've upped the dono. I had 2 sales today, so I've upped the dono. Oh, we're getting there. Collectively, we're getting there. We're at about 625 now, collectively. Something like that, actually, no. Yeah, probably about 600. Was working till 11 now home, nice. Yeah, Liam had a little bit of a glimmer of hope with the old bike. It's being stored at his home and his leisure bike's at his work because he goes riding with his mates from his workplace. So his work has storage and stuff and he just leaves it there. And he commutes in a car with like a family car now, not on the bike that he's selling. So he may be able to hold it for like 3 weeks. In which means I can pay him a deposit now, large deposit, pretty much everything I've got, and then pick it up in like 3 weeks with the rest of the money, which means I'll have been paid on the 25th odd if I get paid properly, and obviously it gives more chance to sell stuff and get stuff. So fingers crossed. I'm going to chat to him tomorrow and see what he can do. Gonna be tight, man, but I'm gonna try. If these Lego sales went through with those other people, let me down, man. Led me on for days. It's heartbreaking, man. I could understand if I was just selling to get rid, but I explained to them I need the money quickly because of the I need a bike, so I want to try and sort shit out so I can see my kids. And they're all like, yeah, I'll pay like in an hour or pay tomorrow morning. And then nothing. Don't even read your messages after that, you know, just a general, hi, do you still want the Lego or do you want the item? Just totally ignore you. It goes solid, so they've got it on their phone and they just, or whatever, and they're not replying. Sorry that I led you on, I didn't mean to. Liam, you never lead me on, you always follow through. Not like trying to lead you on, but maybe I can see where I am at and can do for you. Oh no, I don't mean you, Dan, I don't mean you. I mean genuine. I mean people that have solidly said, hold it for me, I'm buying it later or I'm buying it in the morning, and then it's just excuse after excuse and then they start ignoring me. No, I'm not talking about you, Dan. You haven't said you want anything for definite, you know. I'm talking about people that have said, I want the item. And then there's other people that have said, is it available? And I'm like, it's pending being sold. And they're like, ah, okay. And then of course they might buy it from somewhere else or not be interested anymore. I've lost that sale from them. What's that? RG Rainbow LC. Liam will always have a special place in my heart. I had to think of the words then and make sure I didn't say anything else. Like ass. It's raining. Put my window wipers on. You know what I mean? See, I much prefer driving with the sim like this, full of traffic, and it's kind of like, it's real, it feels real. Sometimes when you play an ETS, there's just nothing, or one car. And nothing happening, you know, like you got dickheads that pull out on you and stuff, you know, it's real. If I was on my bike now, I'd be upside of him knocking his wing mirror off. I have never ever done that in my life. Ever. I was looking at the boxes, Dan, as well. I've got boxes in the loft right where you know the poly bags that you used to get like given for free from like WH Smith, Woolworths when it was around and all that kind of stuff. I've got, or ones that were like cheap, like £2, and then there was some that like £3 or £4. I've got loads of them, boxes full of poly bags. Boxes full of poly bags. I did sell some at one point because do you remember the Joker poly bag? There was a Joker poly bag, and I got them for, I think it was about £2 each, and I got loads. Went a bit nuts with it. Put them in a box, left them, forgot about them, and all of a sudden I see one in a group for like £30, and I was like, ooh. So I did at some point sell quite a few of those for like £20, £25 a pop. Don't know what you mean, don't know what you're on about, cough cough. Can go on in that second lane as well. Straight on in the lane. Oh yeah. And look, I think they've just had a head on. They've just had a head on. He has as well. Well, that's all going off now. Is that a Ferrari or something? What is that around there? Oh, a little nose. Where am I looking? That way, wasn't it? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Wish you could change the speed of this camera. Sometimes it's good being fast and sometimes it's a nightmare. Wow, look at that. It's a bit nice, isn't it? Oh, gone under the ground now. Yeah, it's hard to move this free cam. Oh, here we go. I like the green one. Look at that. Oh. I think people are people at me, I don't know. I'm going to get the old customer wants their order warning soon, I reckon. I probably will put in the other traffic one, so it's not so bad, but I do like this sort of thing, until it gets to this where it's just standstill. It's a bit pointless, but got Lidl over there. I like a bit of Lidl. If you're still watching Sydney, did you ever get to go to a Lidl over here? I know when you were here it was a little while back, wasn't it? Was there a Lidl here? And their cheese twists? I could nibble on one of those. I would be nibbling away like a newborn baby. Alright, Disaronno it is. Yeah man, I went little, there was one in Clapham Junction where I lived. Oh, did they have like their little, it was like a cabinet of shelves, but it was actually a mobile like cooker as well, so they just like moved it around, opened the door when it was finished, and then like emptied it. They used to have cheese twists, so it was like a pastry that was like laced, but it had cheese slices in it that were melted into the lattice. Oh, cheese twists. They are like sexual, them things. I've easily, I think the most I've ever eaten is 6 in one go, and that's only because I only had 6 to buy. I'd happily eat 15 or 20 of them in a sitting, no trouble, and then I'd have dinner. Bit of a beast with them things. If I'm a bit funny, if I like something and it don't fill me up, I can just eat it like infinity. If it's just a normal meal, then yeah, I'll get filled up. But the saying I really, really like, it's just, it can be like forever. A bit bad. What are these new lids like on these new, on Dr. Pepper? Like you can't like, it's really hard to break them off. I think you're supposed to keep them connected so they like flip. It's a bit weird. Probably eco-friendly, don't work. Realised that I've been sending stars for over 2 solid years now. Oh, has it come up as it, Liam? Mad. I remember you, like, you used to come in, you'd be like, just keeping my streak going. I was like, man, you're mental. Thank you very much, man. You've been there from like way early. It's really appreciated. Is that 119 weeks? Yeah. Right, we're gonna cut. We're gonna cut around here because they're just not even moving. Cool. Anyway, should we see if we can change that mod quickly? Let's see what it goes like, shall we? Exit launchpad. Mod. I'm sure I've got a different traffic one. We've got the brutal traffic, which is too brutal. Road traffic density pro mods add-on, but that doesn't work with the other one. Oh. I'm sure I had one. I have to try that one. Place this mod above the main traffic mod. Tempted to take that one out. Plonk this one in, see what it does. Come on, where are you? George already crashed now, but oh, teleport loading. We really need to change that pick. Yeah, you can't load your own avatars in. I might see if I can modify it. There must be a way. You know what I'm like. I'll find a way. Liam the Legend. Yeah, definitely Liam the Legend. Mate, you deserve your own sticker. La dee doo. Yeah. Go nearly 3 hours. Yeah. Game change detected. Has that killed that job? It shouldn't have done. Did everyone have a good weekend? No 5-hour kebab. Oh, Gina, don't talk about kebabs. I'm starving, man. We've been trying out all them. Let's put me right back here. What the hell? Is that because of the content change? You bastard. Bastard. Wow, I've just lost that job because it's done a big content change. That's crap. I'm gonna go wrong side of the road for a second, just so I want to spin around here. Heck, that sucks. It does suck. Back in the UK now. Yeah, I don't think that traffic mod's working. Like nothing. This is like standard ATS. Yeah, this is back to nothing. Like dead. Boo. Let's put it back. I shouldn't have changed it, should I? Right, let's get rid of that pooper scooper. Continue. What's the blue thing on the steering wheel? Like this bit here? Yeah. That is a visual reference for when the wheel's in the center. So in your peripheral vision, even though I'm looking at the screen, I can see that. So if I'm driving and I'm like spinning the wheel loads, like drifting or something, you kind of like, it's an easy reference to know your wheels are at least going to be like when you know, oh, in the sim, the blue thing on the steering wheel, that's one of them little wheels, you know, when you're driving your truck and you do that. One of them little handles. I'm actually tempted to 3D print one and use one. I think it will snap, so I might make another one. Might buy one. A little attachment on here, so I can do that. You know, like forklifts have and that sort of thing. I reckon we should do that one night. Is that, what's that, 5-hour kebab, Liam? We've been like proper cutting back, like really badly cutting back. Trying to, our like mortgage has gone up like 100 and something quid in the last, almost every 2-3 months it's gone up by like 40 quid. So in the last like 9 months it's, or not even that, probably 6 months, it's gone up like 120 odd quid. We're like proper cutting back, and we're trying out all the Asda's Essential. You know, like there was that big thing about all the yellow labels. Basically they're just rebranding their smart price. And there's some things that we've always had some of the smart price stuff because it tasted okay. It was crazy cheap compared to normal stuff. Some things are rubbish, some things are okay. We've been trying all their like meals and frozen stuff, and some of it's actually really nice. They do a chicken curry with rice, right? It's 90p. To the average person, it'll probably be okay size-wise, but for me, obviously, it's too small. So I'd probably have 2 of them. But for 180 for chicken and rice, it's actually really nice. It's got a nice kick to it. It's got a good flavour, and the meat was okay. Not a crazy amount of meat, but there was enough there. For £1.80, that would easily be the size of a takeaway curry, I reckon. So it saves us a fortune, because if we ever have an Indian, it's like 25-30 quid. You know, couple of curries, rice, naan bread, something for Cade. It costs a fortune. Do. What is that? Air conditioner. Oh, let's take the hauler over to Denmark. Chicken raspberries. So yeah, we've been doing that, man. Some of it's really nice. So it saves us a fortune. Just trying to save the pennies. Right, where was this wanting me to go? Is this wanting me to go all the way back on myself? This is probably a bad idea now I've got the brutal traffic mod on. I know I'm going the right way, aren't I? I'm in the UK. My mortgage has gone up $800 in the past 12 months. That's mad, isn't it? So that's about 400 quid in UK money. That's crazy. Is the blue map a mod? No, David. No, Dave, sorry. It is a, I've got Pro Mods on, and when you build your definition file on the Pro Mods website, you can actually select different colours for the map. It's part of, I suppose technically, yes, it's part of Pro Mods. But it's standard with Pro Mods. It's not like a modification of Pro Mods, if that makes sense. It's like a feature of Pro Mods. Fully recommend Pro Mods. If you haven't got Pro Mods, get Pro Mods. And I'll show you for why in a minute. Not only do they do graphical overhauls, they make their own cities. They've even taken in-game cities out during a version because they didn't deem it good enough quality, and then the next update they rebuilt it and put it back in. Alright, that's good. I have Pro Mods. Oh yeah, so jump on the Pro Mods website as if you're going to reinstall it. Go to step 1 or 2, I think it'd be step 1 or 2. Make your def file, and in the def file you've got loads of little drop down boxes and you change it there. And then what you'll do is download the def file, just overwrite the one you've got. You could always back up the one you've got, just move it or rename it, and then you've got, you've got a working def if anything does go wrong for any stupid reason. Don't need to re-download Pro Mods or do anything. Just turn the sim off, redo the def, overwrite it, or move the other one and put the new one in, and then just reload the sim. Don't touch a thing, it will just be new. I've seen people like load it and take the file out and then put the file back in. There's no need, it's just, don't need to do any of that. Man, the visibility on it, I do have weather mods. The visibility on it, look at it. Typical day at Newcastle. If you're not blind from the booze, you're blind from the fog. Or as they call it here, the haze. They don't call it mist, they call it haze. Haze. We had this weird haze as we were going on holiday. It was really weird. When you were walking, it felt like it was raining. It was really odd. If you stood still, it was just If the wind blew, then it felt the same, but if it was calm, you were just standing there, it just felt like nothing. But as soon as you walked, you could feel it on your skin. It was really odd. Just like these floating water droplets almost. In like a foggy mist, haze. Weird. Tomorrow I will be streaming in the day, or technically now I guess I will be streaming in the day at some point. I'm going to get on. I've got a couple of things to add to the marketplace and then I shall be on. Oh, look at what I've just cooked up. Looks like a Ferrari F50, that. Have a little nose. I'm going to stop him. Yeah, have a little nose. I like the look of that. That, I think, is that a F40 or an F50? I'm not going to be able to get close enough properly to look because this camera's like proper dodgy. Trying to get in a decent position to see. Really difficult. I think that's an F50? Nah, it's not an F50. Probably an F40. Oh, it's cameraman. I wish I could go gentle with it. Something else I'm going to have to mod. Decent free camera. Is that even a Ferrari? That's not, is it? Whatever, it's nice. Yes, let's move in. Let's go. Yeah. Do 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 do. Oh, helicopter's coming in somewhere. There he is. Police helicopter. Ooh. Gonna cause another accident on here. Here he goes. See you later, mate. See, all that sort of thing for me just brings this sim alive. It's already good as it is, but if you're careful and you don't bog it down too much, I've got some mods that I can put on and they are good, but they just make it so slow and yes, just tanks in a city, especially with that brutal traffic on, because, you know, instead of there being 5 cars in view, there's like 100. But yeah, there's some things you can do to the sim that really like bring it alive and make it a lot better. Uh-oh. 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 If I'd have steered any more there, I'd have slipped in the rain and flipped. That was bad, that. I should have slowed down. Naughty me. Oh, someone's just pulled out. Just chilling in Discord. Ah, man. I've not got Discord running at the minute. I could do. Little sports car didn't get very fast, did you, mate? Wank here. Oh, wanker. Da 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 doo. Come on, move over, pal. Jesus. Wow, what is it on Pull Out Dave Day? Come on. Pull out on Dave. The only person that's allowed to pull out on me is Liam. Mr. Days of doing live chat over stream from Discord. Yeah, I will be doing that more, man. Especially if we're playing all together and stuff. It just got to the point where some people were jumping in and conversations were about stuff that was like other games and shouting and stuff, and there'd be two people on a different game all shouting and hollering together, you know what I mean, that sort of thing, and it was like, yeah, just kind of curbed it. But yeah, I might make a new role and just assign it to a few people. I suppose we just sit in the mod chat. Mod chat, mod chat. Tune. So nice being able to adjust volumes and all the split volumes and stuff with the Dream Deck now and not have to keep tabbing out. I'm gonna have to get some fuel in a minute. When I get some fuel, Liam, I'll jump in Discord. You have to find a petrol station. This off for a 1023. Ooh. Struggling to get up this hill. How heavy is this load now? 25 tons. I suppose. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Haven't been able to shake this weather, have we, on this journey so far? Whoa, that was lightning and a half. Damn. This guy's only doing 40 miles an hour. I've got the cruise control on about 42, and then I just every now and again just edge up closer and then let him move away a little bit. That way I'm not too close. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm not doing anything. Whoa, what happened there? Wow, I think the auto braking kicked in to keep it at 42, or like the cruise control, and it just made me aquaplane off the side. What the hell? Where's the end of the rail? We'll find the end of the rail. Come on. A bit bouncy on here. Oh shit. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I'm tugging this huge backward load as well. Ah. Gonna have to admit defeat. I should have gone a bit wider. I'm just gonna have to dump myself in all this traffic. Could be interesting. I'm gonna land on a car. Oh, not too bad actually. I was a bit bad laying with the clip, look, straight in there. Flip, flip. Let's clear it. Still thunder and lightning. Not at any petrol stations yet either. Got some caramel vanilla Oreos from Sainsbury. They are absolutely lush. Ooh. I've got some caramel Rockies in the fridge. I've got some of those. I've got some white Kit Kats as well. Ooh. Might have to grab some. So slippery on the road right now with the rain. Could easily demolish a whole pack of Rocky to myself. I know they are nice, aren't they? I love the caramel ones. I've got them in the fridge, so they proper like crunchy as well. Got some bars of white chocolate in the fridge as well. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Gonna have to resist. If I'm gonna be going back in levers and stuff, I've got to lose some weight. Nothing worse than a fat guy in levers. Just don't look right. You see them walking around with their jackets open where they like it's too difficult for them to shut it. To be fair, I actually look quite nice in levers. It kind of, I think it pushes my fat around. Like makes me look a bit slimmer, kind of just like mold it around a little bit. I seem to have malleable flab as opposed to just like a lump in the middle. Could get their women's like slimming pants or whatever they are, them like short slimming short things. Get some of them. Although to be fair, I did used to wear a leathers undersuit. I used to love that. It used to be awesome. That it was like an all-in-one baby grow thing, but it's with this special like all-in material, and if you sweated, it was like super absorbent, and it spread the sweat out, so it dissipated. It wasn't just like this constantly wet patch. It would evaporate really, really quickly. So when you're in a leathers, that's like awesome. Because no matter how cold it is outside, your back's prone to sweating and stuff. It's just the nature of being in leathers and that. So that having something like that under your leathers was awesome. If you didn't have that on, it was horrible to wear leathers. It was like all sticky and got to have an undersuit. I've got to try and order some motorcycle boots at some point. Oh no! Lamppost! Oh, I didn't take it quite wide enough. Crap, it's literally just hit it as well. Clipped it. But yeah, I don't know. I used to wear Euro 47s, which is weird because sometimes when I'm looking at size 47, it will say a UK 12, a UK 12 and a half, or a UK 13, depending on where you are ordering from. So I don't know which is what. I'm kind of thinking my foot's bigger now. Maybe. Or a bit fatter. Now it's been a good 10 years or so. I'm dreading sitting on that bike the first time. I've not ridden for like 10 years or more. It's crazy. Absolutely mental. I'm gonna absolutely shit my pants when I first sit on that bike. It'll be the biggest bike I've ever ridden, I think. I've had ZX10, yeah. ZX10R, so that's 1000cc. Oh, I briefly went on a higher boost, so I wouldn't call it riding the bike. I literally went forward a little bit just to hear the exhaust and stuff, and I wouldn't say I've ridden a higher boost. I've been on it and moved it a little bit. Oh, look at that. So yeah, this will be the biggest engine-wise I've ever been on, and the heaviest. You rid me. Okay. The heaviest and largest thing I've ridden onto. Not all fools. I would never ride one ever again, really? Not even with captain safety, like me. Oh. There we go. I'm proper safe when I have a passenger on board. I'm safe anyway. I don't ride anything like I drive on here. I've been told like, oh, you should filter this and filter that, and it's, if I look at a gap and I have to think about it, for me straight away it's a no. The moment I have to think, can I do it, i.e. make it into a gap or pull away or filter, anything that makes me think, can I don't bother trying. If I look at a space or a gap and I just go for it, I'll just go for it. As soon as I have to second guess it, and usually by the time you've thought about it, that gap's closed or it's gone. So that's why people have accidents, because they look and they go, oh, shall I, shan't I? By then the opportunity is gone, if it was an opportunity, and then they crash. So I don't even bother. If I look at it and I'm like, it's a no. I'd rather sit in the traffic, like sit behind cars, whatever. I've followed cars for ages before. My mate's like, why weren't you overtaking? And I was like, we were on country lanes and I didn't feel safe. I didn't want to put myself at risk. I didn't want to put the driver at risk. What's the point? The car wasn't going slow, it was doing normal speed, what I would consider safe. It wasn't being one of these like 30 mile an hour around every like straight and decent corner. They were going. I thought, why bother? I'm safely on one, good safe. Pursue a nope. Pursue it. I think Faye's a little bit excited, you know. She's never been on a motorcycle and she's scared. And I said we'll start off by just going around the estate and just going slow. I want to have radio mics in so we can talk to each other. And just take it slow, see how she gets on. I'm going to have one of them buddy straps as well, Liam, you know, where there goes around your waist and then there's two handles for you to hold on to. So you're not just sitting there with nothing to hold, you've actually got sturdy grip. Pop a wheelie with on it, be funny. No. You know what I am getting though? Getting the t-shirt. Getting the t-shirt that if you can read this, the bitch fell off. I'm gonna get one of them. I think it'd be funny to ride with that on as well, just in general. Just like, I'll be like, oh shit, she fell off. What, the bondage? Could be. But yeah, I used to have one that was like a canvas strap with two handles, but there's actually one made by Oxford, and Oxford do loads of motorbike stuff, and they've got really high safety ratings. And the one by Oxford, it's a little bit more than I paid. I think it's about 30 quid, 32 quid. But it's like proper strong. You can actually see the quality of it. So I'm going to get that. It would be awesome for when Faye's on there and for when but Tommy is desperate for me to go and see him. And I know if I'm on the bike, he will want me to take him out on the bike. So how nice is it going to be, A, to go down there and see them, but wake up in the morning and Tommy or Sophia says, oh, I want to go to the shop or I want to go somewhere. And I'm like, suit up, let's go. We're like superheroes. Come on, suit up, let's go. I had the bottom of a red plate. Just because you're behind me does not mean I'm gonna take I like that. Brian, thank you for the like. Wow, you're on late. How you doing, man? Ah, 1 in the morning, Brian. What have you been up to? There's plenty of fish or Tinder crashed or something. What are you up to? Amount of old Bill that used to laugh when they saw it. Yeah, it is cool when you get funny coppers. I used to get pulled over all the time when I was like whizzing around with my mates, and it was always biker that pulled us over. It was always like someone that biked in their personal life. So they would pull us over, and half the time, what is this? This car's over. Look, this car's overtook me. Now he can't. Now he won't pull in. Look, go on, go on, bugger off, shit face. Yeah, 9 times out of 10 it'd be a copper who was a biker, and he'll pull us over, and there'll be like me and like, I don't know, 4 other people or something. And they'd end up just chatting to us. They'd be like, oh, we pulled you over just for a general chat. We've seen loads of bikes hurtling it around. Just to let you know, like the other night there was a serious accident. Just, you know, keep safe, that sort of kind of thing. It was always like a chat and not some sort of like lecture. And then looking, like, you used to get some that used to look over your bike to see if there was anything they could do you for. So they haven't pulled you over for a reason. They actually start looking for a reason after they pulled you over, and that is against the law. And but we used to get a lot of cool cops. But like, they'd be looking at the mods on the bike. They'd be like, like I've put different rear sets on mine, and they were just like decent chats. And because they were bikers, they knew you were fucking about. But as long as you were safe, they didn't, you know, didn't mind. And yeah, some of them were really cool. I would have let them have. What? Oh, I hit him. Leo, I hit him. I was reading your comment. I hit him. I bet you bastard. Yeah, so I would say 6 to 7 out of 10, maybe 7, 8 out of 10 interactions with the police while I was riding the bike was cool. Especially when I was on the Mito, they would be like, "You do realise it's you're not supposed to have your knee down on a roundabout and stuff." And I was like, "Oh right, I wasn't officer." And then, "Oh, we're not saying you were. We're just letting you know that it's not allowed." But I was like, "Yeah, thank you for that advice, officer." And they'd be like, "Oh, metal knee sliders. They look good when they're going off." I'm like, "Yeah." He brake checked you, definitely did. But yeah, I suppose being in Essex, they used to boy racers a lot more. Like sometimes when you go to places where it's a bit more quiet and a bit more not so common, when you're in Essex, like modified cars, modified bikes and all that, and just general bike shows and all that it's kind of a given, especially with Southend, Clacton, and the car scenes involved there. Chelmsford and Colchester were usually busy with modified cars at night. So the police were like, I wouldn't say lenient, they were just like, if you weren't breaking the law, they would leave you alone. If you were being an absolute prat and being dangerous, then yeah, they'd get you. But for the most part, they'd just leave you alone. You go some places where they see a car with like a spoiler and they pull it over because it's not the norm. I used to get tugged for my Iridium. I actually got pulled over once and I had a blue Iridium visor on, which you're not supposed to wear at night. Well, there is a new helmet just released, or released a little while ago, and it's the first in the world that has certification for Iridium blue, or Iridium any colour they do, with a nighttime certificate. So it's slightly not as dark, and it's just enough that it's like the legal limit, but it's still reflective on the outside and blue or whatever colour. And I remember getting pulled over with my one, and I said to the officer, I said, "Look, I've been caught short, I'm out and I've not got my clear with me to put on, so I'm riding with it half open, half shut," which he saw when I was riding, it was half open. And he was like, he goes, "Oh, I've not pulled you for that." He goes, "I was just letting you know that your brake light was flickering. So as I'm braking, it was like going dull and then coming back again. In the end, I ended up having a faulty regulator." And he's like, "Oh, I've not pulled you for your visor, mate." He goes, "I ride with that one all the time. It's better at night because the lights don't glare, don't they?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "It's naughty, but I think it's safer." And I was like, I'm in full agreement. I used to love my Iridium at night. I could actually see without people's headlights glaring, because if you get headlights, if it's slightly damp, or it's raining or whatever, it would just go bright white. You just couldn't see a thing. Absolute nightmare. So if you've got the iridium on, you don't get all that. Here we go, cool. Here we go. Fast car mags with their cruises. Yeah, man. Well, I used to live right close, or very close to North Weald, which is where they used to host all the Max Power. A lot of the time. Max Power and trying to think what else it was. Fast, was it Fast Mag? Well, there was one called Fast Mag, or was it called Fast Cars? Something Fast something. But yeah, I remember Max Power and all that. Jackie Degg. Oof. Little firecracker she was. Fast cars, Max Power, yeah. But yeah, Max Power used to have their things down North Weald a lot. That was pretty cool down there. So the police are like, when I had undercar lighting on one of my cars, when I went to Southend, they didn't even batter an eyelid. As soon as I was in Colchester or like somewhere a bit further north, Norfolk, up like Norfolk way and all that kind of thing, they were like, didn't even know what the thing was. It's like, you are aware of the law, aren't you? And they were like, well, we're just checking with the superintendent now. And I was like, well, I've got it in a binder in the boot if you want. I used to have this binder full of laws, and they were all highlighted. And I'm like, what are you pulling me over for? And they'd tell me, and then I'd get my little binder out. And I'd be like, yeah, it's all good. Check here, here's the law. And here's what it is. Things like arches, and the wheels aren't allowed to protrude out the arches. And I'm like, they're not. They look like it, but they're not. If you measure it, they're not. They're 0.5 mil. Damn right she was. Yeah. I never know what happened to her. She just kind of disappeared, didn't she? Car scene stopped being so public, and then she just disappeared. I preferred her to what's her name? Kelly, whatever her face is. Can't even think of her name. I don't see the appeal of her really. Who was that? Kelly Bird? Who was in Ali G? Is it Kelly? Kelly Brook? Is it Kelly Brook? Something like that. Can you remember? Can you remember? Right, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to I'll be back on. I'm going to do probably do a daytime stream and an evening stream tomorrow. Well, technically today, seeing as it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, aka nips. I'm starting to get Cade's cold. I can feel like my sore throat. My throat is starting to get really scratchy. Oh, yeah. Deg is 44 years old. Wow. But she still looks good there. But yeah, I'm going to shoot. Been on for like getting close to 4 hours. Thank you to everyone who's liked, shared and followed. Thank you to everyone that sent stars and direct donos. They're a massive help. Obviously, the direct donos are like a help now. I am in agreement with, fortunately, in agreement with my parents that if needed, they will honour how many stars I get as well tomorrow. And then obviously when those stars come through at the end of October, like 25th of October, I'll just hand it straight to them. So, because obviously I've got to wait for those. But yeah, the direct donos, massive help. And hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow I'll be adding to that dono total like I did tonight. Get a few more sales. Nathan, thanks for the like. So yeah, I've got a few people saying that they're going to buy stuff and they haven't, which is really annoying because some of it's the big ticket stuff as well. Really annoying. A shame, because if they sell, that'd have been another couple £100. I don't know. So yeah. We'll get there. Like I say, if he allows me to pay a large deposit and then the rest of the money in 2-3 weeks, then it's more than doable. It's just a case of thinking how much I'm going to have and not put myself in a position where I can't pay him the rest and then I lose it. Because obviously if I pay that as a deposit and then I can't come up with the money by the date, he's going to be like, well, he's going to keep it. It's part of the agreement, it's a deposit. But I can't pay for it then. So I've got to be careful and that it's not out of reach. So yeah, thanks to everyone that's helped so far. I am going to be on tomorrow, like I say, day. I don't know what I'm playing. Don't know what I'm doing yet. What I tickled my fancy. I might try that new trial out. Fortunately enough, they gave me a key to try it, so see. Right, cheerio everyone. I'll jump in Discord for a little bit while I sort out some bits. I'll see everyone in Discord if you're going to jump in there. I'll be in the general chat. Say hello. I think Liam might be in there. I'm going to be in there. So see ya. Oh yeah, but that's switched off. Right, yes, I better shout out the top Kent. We got Donna, Matthew, Dale in the top Kents, top star Kents, and then the top dono Kent, Mr. Kieran. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care. See you later.